This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome aboard for tonight's live stream as we get set to bring you coverage between the Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Wild. A game way back on October 11th that I would have had circled as a night on my calendar to be up in Edmonton. Of course, days off and things kind of changed around, and we'll be up there on December 17th against the Anaheim Ducks instead. Back up in the upper level of Rogers Place, actually, for the first time in a long while, actually, as we get set to close out the 2022 calendar year with another hockey game of the Edmonton Oilers at Rogers Place. Don't mind me. But tonight we got to go talk about the Oilers and Wild, the game that I wish I could have been at. And of course, there will be people in the chat that know exactly what I'm talking about this evening when it comes to I wish I could have been there. However, as we get set tonight, a big time game for the Oilers. You got to believe they have a chance to get it done tonight against the Minnesota Wild, who are sitting 13-10-2 on the season. The Oilers 15 12 and 0. Stuart Skinner, 2.86 goals against average so far this year. Now 8-6 on the year, and he'll go head to head with Marc-Andre Fleury, who's shouldered quite a bit of this load for the Minnesota Wild so far this year. A total of 15 decisions on his record out of 27 for his team. The points lead is not too competitive between Connor McDavid and Kirill Kaprizov, almost a 20-point gap. The goal lead as well, a 7-point gap in favor of Connor McDavid, and the assist gap by 11 over Matt Zuccarello. Like, Connor McDavid just absolutely blowing teams out of the water this season. And for the Minnesota Wild, well, I think for the Oilers tonight, it's one of those keys. We've finally gotten the goals per game above the goals against per game. Running Stuart Skinner here the past four now tonight games has really paid off in terms of allowing fewer goals against and allowing the Oilers to bite down on the goals against department. All right, we can talk all about it, or we can get to the chat this evening. Go Oilers in the chat there as well. And I love some of your guys' names when you come in with stuff like that. That just is perfect when it comes to being able to say your name out loud on the chat. However, friends, we're getting ready for this evening's game. The Oilers, the Wild, 7 p.m. puck drop was what it was supposed to be. That's 7 p.m. broadcast start, more like it. The Blue Jackets beaten up on the Calgary Flames on a bad night from Jacob Markstrom so far, 2-0. And he said it, not me. That's all we got to go. And for the Oilers against the Wild so far this year, it started off with a 5-3 loss on December 1st, right? There was a little bit of worry that the Oilers would find a way to start just tail spinning starting in December. But as we've gotten it going, it hasn't been that bad of a month yet. And the Oilers look forward to making the most of it the rest of the way home this evening. All right, folks, just quickly, let me get this chair a little bit up a little higher. There we go. The knees don't fit under the desk properly anymore, but that will get it going. Mackie, welcome in as well as we get things set for the U.S. National Anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, live from Rogers Place as we get set for Marc-Andre Fleury to hopefully have an off night in net, and the Oilers can get things really going this evening against a Minnesota Wild team that we need to beat. That's really all it comes down to. Fleury, though, averaging a 3.2 or 3.10 goals against average, by the way, so that's a nice little bodes well for the Edmonton Oilers this evening as well. All right, we are getting things to go, and the Oilers fanatic, the Oilers are due. That's a bold statement after beating up on the Arizona Coyotes 8-2, but when it comes to beating up on more even competition, I think I'd say the Oilers are due, and to go on a little bit of a streak here this month, the Oilers are due, and to beat up on a goaltender the caliber of Marc-Andre Fleury, the Oilers are due. I think in every single check mark I've just tried to cross off there for you, Patrick, I think I 100% agree with you. You know what? Let's keep this going. Let's keep beating up on teams, and let's keep having fun. That's for sure. All right, Robert Clark. Now moving on to the Canadian National Anthem as Stuart Skinner awaits in net. He's getting things going. And this guy, I've never figured out why they've got this guy on the broadcast all the time. He just sits there all the time. I actually saw the guy they just showed with the orange and red hair. I saw him at the gas station in Balzac one time. I'm like, oh, that guy's definitely going to the Oilers game. And then there he was on my TV like 5 hours later. So Yeah, and actually, hold on. Patrick's got another addition to it. To beat Mini, enough is enough. I think, yeah, there's something going on pretty good there with the Oilers and trying to beat Minnesota. So hopefully tonight's the night and we get that going. Again, I can't keep her together most nights, so amazing that I was able to try and check that many boxes off. Epiphany, of course, has the story on Evander Kane and James H. Brown giving the money to the kids this past week here as they got ready for Christmas. The Musquatchees Cree High School, a $250 gift card. I really hope I said that correctly. Kane also did a little bit extra with that money and put it towards double down on a couple of kids who really clutched up for their families by buying food for the holidays. So that's a real touching story. If you have a chance to go check that out, go seek that out when you have a brief moment from the live stream this evening. All right, Oilers, Minnesota Wild, we're ready to rock and roll. The anthems are up and over. Here's Marc-Andre Fleury in net for the Minnesota Wild. We'll get things going here. And it is 9-6-1 record for Marc-Andre Fleury, 3.10 goals against average. Didn't get the save percentage. Stewie Skinner, though, rocking the 9-15 in net. Not quite as good as the start of the year, but maybe tonight's one of those nights you start adding to it right there. Let's get this going. Stuart Skinner, a little bit of water on the back of his jersey. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins draws into the face-off dot here. And this will be Kailer Yamamoto on his right side and Matthias Janmark on his left side. Puck is down. Yeah, oh yeah, there we go. That's a face-off win for the Oilers. It's dumped into the Minnesota Wild zone, and it will be an icing call against the Oilers 5 seconds into the hockey game as it goes off the backboards right in front of the net, right perfectly positioned to the D-man, and that, my friends, is an icing call. The Oilers will try and get things going. Jay Woodcroft communicating here, trying to get things going. Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque with the call of this evening's hockey game for us. As Ryan Nugent-Hopkins draws in. Actually, pardon me, it was 7 seconds into the hockey game. So there you go. As the Wild try to win the face-off, though, it's sputtered away by the Oilers' defense to the far side boards, collected there by Nugent-Hopkins, who will work through the middle. He'll flip it in towards the corner where Yamamoto's chasing after it. The Oilers see it chipped past the oncoming rush of Matthias Janmark, but not before Yamamoto is able to get in there and create a little bit of chaos. This one, though, cleared out into the neutral zone where Darnell Nurse collects. He'll fire it off the boards all the way down behind the Minnesota net. And again, it will be an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers with a few seconds ticking off the clock once again. But yeah, so as we sit here and see, I believe I'm going the full way tonight, my friends. I think I'm going all 3 periods. We'll see how this first one goes, but the plan as current is to go the full 3 periods tonight on a Friday night, 7 o'clock start. Supper, dinner, whatever you want to say has already been eaten, and we are good to go for a live stream this evening on a Friday night. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and of course Zach Hyman on the ice there for the Oilers. This one's going to be moved out here, and the Oilers suddenly start taking to the attack. They can't get things going. Liam Costin, Devon Shore, Derek Ryan on the 3rd or 4th line this evening. And now Jacob Middleton will regroup behind the Oilers net. The Oilers, or Minnesota Wild net. The Oilers nearly turned it over at the blue line into good possession. They couldn't make a pass, make a play, but now back at the blue line, the Minnesota Wild see the Oilers regather it in their own zone and will chip it up and out, and the Wild will just shoot it back in. And down the ice it goes. Tyson Barrie, the near side boards, up to Leon Draisaitl, and this one will go into the Minnesota Wild zone. Patan will go across to his D-man, I guess you could say. Or getting confused as he's taking the rushes as D-man here for a second as he tries to cut through the neutral zone. Shot fired in by the Minnesota Wild. This one's going to be an icing. No, they're going to, they're going to wave on icing against the Minnesota Wild. So interesting right there. And we are going to quickly go here and go here. Go here. Oh, sweet. All right, that is good to go. Done and dusted, and away we go, my friends. Back behind Stuart Skinner, the puck now. The Wild try to knock it down, but the Oilers, Johnny on the spot to come up with it to clear the zone. Yes, Pugliarvi out there tips it. Good, beautiful stick tip there by Pugliarvi. Right stick, right time. And Dylan Holloway tries to come up with it. James Hamblin, though, gets it on down to Holloway. Holloway's going to go back in front. Hamblin tips it to the D-man. Now near side, Cody Ceci fires a shot in front. Pugliarvi almost takes out Marc-Andre Fleury. And then Ceci hits Holloway, falls down. A little bit of chaos behind the play here as it just gets chipped out into the Oilers zone. Out to play it, Stuart Skinner, who will save it for Darnell Nurse. Cody Ceci near side boards. There he's up to Devon Shore, and the Oilers are across the wild blue line again as it's Darnell Nurse in flight. Shore coming to meet it. It's Derek Ryan actually playing the puck. Far side, corner, and the Oilers able to turn it over. Shot fired. Oh, what a block there. And then Derek Ryan. Sorry, I'm busy reacting to the block there by the Minnesota Wild, but Derek Ryan gets in there, and it's a fourth line goal, baby, for the Edmonton Oilers. It's a fourth line goal, and Derek Ryan gets the goal on the board. You like to see it, that's for sure. And that will be another goal in the column for Derek Ryan, who, like I said, he needs to go on stretches where he starts scoring goals for us, and suddenly here over the past few he has. And that's 3 points in the last 4 periods combined, and that's a good strip there by Costin. And then Devon Shore with a good feed in front to Derek Ryan, who absolutely buries the second chance 5-hole on Marc-Andre Fleury and puts it home. And what a play there by Costin to come up with that puck. A lazy pass, and then Derek Ryan just 1-2 whacks back of the net, and he scores and then takes a cross check for good measure as he puts it 5-hole on Marc-Andre Fleury. Now the Oilers have a chance back the other way, and what a chance there for Leon Draisaitl, but it goes up and over top of the net. For Derek Ryan, it's his 4th goal of the season, Costin's 2nd assist, and Shore's 3rd assist of the season. And suddenly we were complaining about Devon Shore needing to do something, and suddenly he has points in a couple back-to-back games, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, as the Oilers' top line gets out there to work. It's the 4th line that scores you a goal to begin a hockey game. That is meaningful, that is for sure, as that's a nice beauty backhand by Mr. Leon Draisaitl. Connor McDavid kind of confused McDavid, though, who tried to feed Barry, and it ends up getting broken up. English ain't so good tonight. This one will be back behind the net. 16:26 to go. Leon Draisaitl will play it up the boards and up and down the ice into the neutral where the Wild regroup, but almost stripped there by Kyler Yamamoto. Now a chance for John Merrill to get it back to Goligoski in his own D zone, where Goligoski will look forward to Duhaime, who comes down the wing, fires the shot, glove save Stuart Skinner, and we will have ourselves a whistle. Sorry, that's not Duhaime, that was Greenway firing that shot. Whew, all right, good start for the Oilers. They've scored the first goal a couple of games in a row now. You don't mind that at all. And we like to see that. And look at that, Leon Draisaitl just barely misses tucking that far side corner on Marc-Andre Fleury. The Oilers own the first 3 shots of the game. Minnesota now with the 4th shot of the game on the glove save by Stuart Skinner. We'll have a face-off where Eriksson Ek pushes it forward. The Wildfire shot towards the net. It doesn't hit, though. And Matthias Janmark will reverse around to the near side boards where it's met there by Merrill. Merrill goes down below to Marcus Foligno. 15:50 to go here in this first period as the Oilers try to get things going out of their own defensive zone. Marcus Foligno creating havoc behind the net. Shot coming from the point. Merrill fakes it off, dishes down to Greenway. Greenway tries to spin back in front. He can't get it going. Eriksson Ek back to the blue line, played there by Goligoski. And the Oilers will have to once again chase in their own zone. Cody Ceci a little bit complacent, getting to the puck. Creates a second opportunity for the Wild to keep it alive, and they do. Greenway forces to the middle. Nice block there in front for the Oilers. It'll be up off the boards and out into the middle of the ice where Janmark initiates contact. He's taken down, stapled actually. And that will be Yamamoto working back to Evan Bouchard. The Oilers have outscored their opposition 23-14 over the last 5 games at home. So you're talking about the Oilers clipping, 4.6 goals per game and only giving up about just under 2.6? That's actually how you win hockey games at the NHL level, and it's good about time the Oilers are figuring it out. As this one a chance there for Hamblin. He gets worked by a much bigger Jacob Middleton. And now this is an opportunity for Pugliarvi, who comes up with the puck back to the blue line across to Bouchard, near side point. Bouchard fires it down. Pugliarvi's going to go meet it, but it hit the official in the corner. And now the Oilers have to battle back to the middle of the ice. So the stretch glove of James Hamblin, but a nice push there by the defenseman Evan Bouchard to keep the Wild to the outside. Backdoor play not there for the Wild, but they regroup anyway. They've got it in the zone here, back down below with the goal line of Stuart Skinner, who's trying to signal that Paton was in front free, but Hamblin ties him up now in the corner along with Dewar. Dewar goes off of Hamblin into the corner. Broberg's out there to play it, and now Hamblin again coming up with this puck, but this will be a hand pass against the Minnesota Wild. There you go. We'll stop and enjoy a break in the action. 14 minutes left exactly here in this first period. We have a commercial timeout. I'm not going to ruin things quite yet. I think we'll keep letting things rock and roll for the time being. We'll see what ends up happening with the watch time in the moments. Anyway, Dylan Holloway. Looking good this game. So far so good, that third line. And of course being the third line coming up and putting in a good shift, and then the fourth line cashing in the goal. You don't mind seeing that at all if you're the Edmonton Oilers, and that's exactly what happened there for them as Stuart Skinner makes another save off the face-off the hand pass. And now we'll see what the Oilers can achieve here. We'll go to an actual commercial break. Okay, so we'll actually have a break in the action and see what we can achieve on this commercial break. My first opportunity, friends. I assume most of you are already subscribed to Dolynny TV. If you're not, now would be the time to do it. I tell you, we're up to 9,427 subscribers. You've just gotten a pretty good free trial of the play-by-play here on the channel. And one thing I could say, just to hit that subscribe button, because I'd love to have you along for the entire World Juniors. I'd love to have you along for the rest of the Edmonton Oilers season. And that's really my only appeal to you right now, is just to try and hit that up. And if you can hit a like on the stream too, we're at 20 viewers live at once so far, and we're only at 4 likes so far. So if you could hit that up a little bit more, I'd be greatly appreciative of that as well, because it allows us to get a lot more friends in the chat, a lot more friends in the stream, and everybody can kind of stay up to date with the Oilers tonight. So be so kind to leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. And as we're 17 minutes into this live stream, already 2.88 hours watched on the stream, so we're already at 2.9, which is pretty incredible to think right where we are at current. Of course, folks, if there's anything you ever need to point out, don't feel like just because I'm doing the play-by-play and not paying attention to the chat that you can't put something in the chat to point out to me, because I try to check that right now in the commercial breaks, try and check that every chance I get. But when the game's on, I try and at least pay attention and make sure you know what's going on, even if my memory isn't registering it because I'm talking about it. To that, of course, there's a couple of people thanking me for coverage in the chat. Again, my great pleasure to have the coverage for you again tonight, and my great privilege to have you along for tonight's coverage. And secondary to that, Gillies TV coming in with chicken wings and hockey. Doesn't get much better. No, that was the choice of meal tonight for dinner this evening, was a plate of chicken wings from the old bar on a Friday night. I figured that was the play, and I think most of you would agree for sure. Get things going. Flipper, welcome in. We're back to action here. Matt Zuccarello will get things going down below the Oilers goal line. Connor McDavid out to play this puck. He'll get it across to Tyson Barrie. Barrie's going to look for a lane to pass it, and he's going to get it across to his D partner, Brett Kulak, who's been on a bit of a heater as of late. 2 goals in back-to-back games, just like a Derek Ryan, and shot save by Stuart Skinner. And now this is an opportunity for the Oilers to clear ahead, and Leon Draisaitl will start out. Connor McDavid, a 6-game goal streak, and here's a shot for Kulak, saved by Fleury. Leon Draisaitl and Zach Hyman looking for the rebound, and they might have just sniffed one out, but there's nobody home at the Oilers' blue line as somebody from the Wild had pushed up high. Now Connor McDavid has to regroup the puck back across to Barrie in his own zone off the boards. This one all the way ahead by Hyman. This one's going to work across, and now a chance here for the Oilers. Move this one in, and here's Draisaitl pushing off the man, and Draisaitl just took a weird fall, and he looks like he, not looking too good there. Looks like he just twisted something up, and the Oilers back the other way, though. Here comes Bouchard. Nice dangle drive to the net, but he's poke-checked last second. Whew, that would have been dangerous. As here's Derek Ryan back on the ice after scoring the opening goal. Goes to the near side boards. Bouchard directs a shot. Rebound in front. The Oilers scrambling for it. Rebound shot. Ryan denied by Fleury. Costin still on this puck. He's got it back to the blue line. This one's going to be Bouchard back to his D partner Broberg, but it tips up and out of play. And you got to worry about Leon Draisaitl right now, who just took an absolute weird stumble off of a body check, and now all of a sudden you've got somebody else who's down on the Minnesota Wild bench, and somebody's down on the bench. So you got two players injured. Somebody took a deflected puck, and Leon Draisaitl ends up twisting up. Oh no, they both caught skate blades together. Oh geez, wow, that's a weird injury you don't see often in the game, but skate blades get stuck together and Leon Draisaitl gets spilled down. Oh boy. And Draisaitl is trying to sweat it off. And here's the opportunity that this puck went out of play and caught somebody up high in the face. And I don't know who that caught on the Minnesota Wild bench. Can't exactly hear, but Leon Draisaitl, key member of the Oilers, in some pain on the Oilers bench too. So a couple of things to be concerned about. All right. Leon Draisaitl getting it going. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins wins the face-off. Nice play by Janmark to get it off there and shot off the boards and into possession for Yamamoto. But a club up by Nugent-Hopkins loses the puck, and now a chance here for Janmark to keep it alive. He does. Back to the blue line. Ceci across the nurse. Shot comes in off Fleury. Rebound squirts right in front of the net, but it's cleared by the Wild. All the way down, icing call against the Wild. The shot 7-3 for the Oilers. 11:53 to go in this first period. And looks like there's actually a penalty against the Minnesota Wild. Never mind. All right. Cool. Interesting. This one, that one right. Oh, they're going to call that a hook against Eriksson Ek on Yamamoto. All right. I just thought that was a battle. But here we go. Leon Draisaitl ready to go. 11:53 to go in this first period, and now we got a power play. Draisaitl's not going to waste any time waiting for a power play to get back on the ice. 29.6% power play for the Oilers, ranked second in the NHL. The Wild's penalty kill ranked tied for 11th, 79.8% on the season, and they are looking to do some damage here. We're going to stretch out this right shoulder and left shoulder a little bit instead tonight. But instead, the Wild able to bite it off the boards, fired all the way down onto Stuart Skinner, who will play it off with the stick to Tyson Barrie. Now loading up Connor McDavid, who's busting wide on the wing. He's cutting towards the net. Shot fired off a Fleury, and another clear. Nope, it's back to the blue line. No clear there. And now here's Leon Draisaitl playing it off the boards. He'll be cut off there. And now Connor McDavid coming battling for this puck near side boards. Leon Draisaitl back to the blue line. Tyson Barrie across to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins over to Connor McDavid, rifles it home, 2-0 for the Oilers, and that is 2 games in a row, and for the third time this season, the Oilers have started the game up 2-0. You like to see that. 11:01 to go in the first period, and the Oilers get her up and done, 2-0. You knew as soon as Leon Draisaitl was on the ice for that power play, the Oilers were going all in. And the work there by Connor McDavid to keep that play alive was absolutely huge. Tyson Barrie draws an assist. Is that Tyson Barrie or is that Evan Bouchard? I think that's Tyson Barrie back there drawing the assist on the Nugent-Hopkins pass. Top shelf cookies for Connor McDavid. And you like to see that one. That's a beauty of a goal. You like to see it. All right. Here we go. Connor McDavid. 25th goal of the season from Tyson Barrie and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. It's Nuge's 18th assist of the season. It is Barry's 14th assist of the season. And Cody Ceci recollects the puck. The 9th shot of the game for the Oilers goes in. They've already cracked Marc-Andre Fleury twice on less than 10 shots. But stop me if you've heard that before on Dolynny TV, because when the Oilers were getting heavily outmanned by the Minnesota Wild in that game where they only had 10 shots after 2 periods of play against the Wild to start the month, it was kind of one of those tough things where I thought, man, you just get another 5 shots on Fleury and we'll score a couple goals. Suddenly that plan didn't work out so far, but now all of a sudden for the Oilers, we're up and on it, 2-0, 10:09 to go, and we still got half a first period to go to get some more shots. Get even if you get 11 by the end of the period, you're off and done. Better than last game out at the XL Energy Center in Minnesota. All right, this one's all the way down for icing, I believe, against the Wild. And Connor McDavid This one, what a play by Tyson Barrie. Clean, crisp pass across the blue line, and then Nuge just perfectly feeds it and gets it going. As this one, what a play there by Nuge, and look at that, just a bang-go pass, tape to tape on Connor McDavid, and it was good night. All right, here we go. This is a chance here, off the boards. Kirill Kaprizov fires it right in front, shot, off the... I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. There was a shot. It hit the post. Ruled no goal. And then Skinner just lays down because he has no clue where the puck is. And then it's just a mass chaos in the net. And I was just too panicked to even make words. Whoo! Wow. All right. Calm down, relax, and regroup. I'm going to send you guys an ad quickly, and we'll see what the impact of the stream's been so far. But that was, in a word, nutty right there. That is for sure, as the Oilers were scrambling around in their own zone. Now currently up over 144 views on the live stream so far. Thank you for that, my friends. And just with that, we'll have a quick quick check of the watch time, as things look pretty well off so far here. 485. Divided by 60, we are up over 5.5 hours on the stream. Oh my goodness, what a day so far. 5.5. We're not even really halfway through the first period. We're at 5.5, which means we should easily be able to get somewhere by what, 10.5. Yeah, we're on pace. We're on pace to do pretty much 60. So hopefully that all works out just the way it needs to, and we'll be off and dusted and away we go. But my friends, that was a mad scramble in front of the Oilers net. And absolutely ludicrous that that one stayed out. But that said, if you're new to Dolynny TV and you saw that kind of what happens here on Dolynny TV, and as Epiphany is going to make mention of here on Dolynny TV as a chat for this live stream, I'm on the hunt for 10k subs, and as well you've seen this evening in the chat, the Oilers fanatic as well, Patrick over there, is on the hunt for 4,000 subscribers. Both looking to hit some milestones to close out the year to show that this Oilers fandom on YouTube that we all commonly share is not as small as some people when I first started might have tried to make it sound, because I think we've definitely done very well making things happen here on Oilers YouTube, as Stuart Skinner sees this one go behind him, and then he just kind of scoots himself there and then works to stay out of the net and just keep that one on the ice. And Dave Woodcroft's talking to the referee here, and there's some weird things going on Facebook this evening. It's going to delete that. I don't know what's there. Alright, anyway. Stuart Skinner ready to get this going. It looks like they're checking this one for things going on. And I don't really... Uh-oh. Puck crosses the line. Alright, weird situation. I don't know. But they're looking for it to be no goal or a goal. We're going to have a replay here of Stuart Skinner. That one goes off the bar, and then Skinner gets pushed into the net by the stick of the Minnesota Wild player, and then it was pushed out of the net. So they're just looking to recover where this puck was, what the situation was. Really not liking all these reviews this year. It's way too tense. We'll see what ends up happening here for the Oilers on this play. This would be a huge momentum shift, obviously, for the Minnesota Wild, but there's a different angle of it as Skinner's pushed in, and I don't know what happened there, as I don't think the whistle had blown, but again, the intent to blow the whistle, or what are they going to rule here to see this puck? And it looks like the referees are looking at the replay upside down. So again, I don't know what that does. But we'll see what happens here for Stuart Skinner and the Edmonton Oilers, who are trying to rule this one out. And they're looking at the iPad upside down. Like, the replay is literally... There we go. It's finally up, right side up finally. But the referee's trying to communicate with Toronto, figure this out, figure out what they need to know. and see if they can't figure out if this is a goal or not a goal for the Minnesota Wild. And tense moments now, as sounds like there's a lot of noise in the building, so I think fans might know something more than maybe the referees even. This one's a chance here for the Wild to really scramble up goal, and then there's a little bit of a scramble, but Stuart Skinner trying to get things done. And yeah, no, it was one of those weird plays that now has to be reviewed for 20 minutes. They've even got the iPad charging. That's a good call. That's a really smart play. And maybe at some point we're going to get a determination. It looks like we've got it. And the referees will head to center ice to discuss this goal. Here comes the call. Cody Beach with the call. So it's a good goal for the Minnesota Wild. And now, yeah, as Patrick says, you got to challenge it if you're the Edmonton Oilers. And yeah, right there, Jay Woodcroft looking to challenge this one. Now, this be the dangerous part. You're playing with fire if you're the Oilers and you give up a power play and a goal against. And these fans are not having fun. They're having fun with the referee, that's for sure. Yeah, this one crosses the line, but at what degree is it goalie interference against Stuart Skinner with all those sticks jamming at him when his pads turned completely sideways? And that's the look. Yep. Yep. So the Oilers are going to challenge it for goalie interference. Okay, game on. The Oilers ready to try and challenge this one, turn it around. Again, sorry folks, I can only tell you how much information I'm getting from the broadcast, but the Oilers are going to challenge it for goalie interference as the initial contact is on the pad of Stuart Skinner apparently. And we'll see what ends up happening here. And now I don't know how you... again, right, the referees have to look at a certain thing, right? They have to look at one thing when they're determining if it's a goal or not a goal. The first thing they were determining was if it crossed the line, and now they're going to just quickly watch this replay, see that the guy for the Wild was jabbing him with the stick, and we will have a no-goal call coming up here in a matter of moments. This is the most BS thing about the NHL. They should be able to talk to the head coaches beforehand where they say, hey, look, okay, this is the outcomes. What do you want to do in this event? What do you want to do? And goalie interference. Cody Beach has got it. No goal for the Wild. And that was one of those ludicrous things that keeps me up till midnight on a Friday night, my friends. Welcome to it. Good evening. Welcome to Dolynny TV. As I see a whole bunch of you have just joined in to see this, well, no goal call, I guess, after it was called a goal, and Kaprizov doesn't know what to do about it, and the Oilers don't end up with a penalty against. They keep the 2-0 lead, and let's play hockey. How about that? Let's do that. My friends, this is Dolynny TV. If you're new to the channel, I'd be glad to have you along. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I am less than 600 subscribers away from 10,000, and that would be one heck of a way to cap off 2022 by getting that done. Here we go. The Oilers back to action, trying to score another goal, make it 3-0 instead of 2-1. 4-1-0 record for Skinner over his last 5 starts, a 303 goals against average and only like a 901 save percentage, but it's been effective goaltending from Stuart Skinner, who's started the last 4 straight games, including tonight. All right, Skinner will freeze up. To the chat we go, just to kind of get things going here. Epiphany's already making fun of me for how this one's going to go, and I know how this one's going to go. But yeah, good thing they determined that across the line for those 10 minutes. Absolutely. And 44 of us in here. Folks, if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that like button as well. If I could ask a second part of that question. James Hamlin's line now over the ice. And Hamlin still looking for that first NHL point. Maybe tonight's the night. Maybe right here's the time. This one's going to be up the boards for the Oilers into the offensive zone. Yes, Puljujärvi fires the shot on Fleury. And Fleury will have to swallow everything up to make the save. The Oilers' 10th shot of the period. 9:13 to go in this first period. It looked like this period was zipping by, and now suddenly we are long away from this first period finishing up. Here now 7:37, so the game was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock or thereabout, and now we're at 7:37 and not even, well, realistically halfway through this first period. All right, Eriksson Ek versus Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in the face-off dot. Nuge will get over the boards. Ceci fires a shot, fired towards the net, but it snapped his stick. Nobody back at the blue line, as Ceci had gone to get a different stick. He regroups there now for the Oilers. Upwards to Yamamoto, who will put it onto the tape of Janmark, who gets it into the zone. It's the outstretched arms of Kailer Yamamoto before it's fired in by the Oilers. It's going to come to the near side. Janmark tries to chip to the middle, but he couldn't get it going. And this one's going to be fired off the boards and back into the neutral zone by the Wild. 8:42 to go here in the first period. Darnell Nurse will give it right away, and that will be one heck of an easy play for Eriksson Ek on an absolutely bone-headed goal against by Darnell Nurse. Okay. Wow, that was a quick turning events there in the past, about a minute and a half of actual game time. This game has had quite a few twists and turns, and this one was just an absolute terrible play by Darnell Nurse, who clubs up on it, and Eriksson Ek makes no mistake. Cody Ceci looking for the pass in the far corner, definitely not going to be able to get there. And then all of a sudden, Stuart Skinner left out to dry as Darnell Nurse cuts through the crease and even kind of clips his pad right there. All right, Evan Bouchard going to get it going. This one's going to go around the boards, and now it is officially a 2-1 hockey game. Each team scoring once every 5 shots so far here in this first period. So it's a race to who gets the next 5, more than likely, for each side. Now, we said that one time out against the Wild already this season, but we'll see if it sticks true here. As Holloway slips away from the defenseman, drives to the net. He's going to go to the backhand, back to the blue line. Bouchard fires the shot, blocked in front, save there. And this one jammed away by Hamblin, but it's turned away by a stick of the Minnesota Wild into the near side corner. And this one now worked up and out by the Wild into the neutral. And Evan Bouchard collects in his own end. 7:50 to go here in this first period. And that was just an absolutely incredibly dumb gaffe by Darnell Nurse. There's no way to defend that, unfortunately. And this one's going to go into the neutral part of the offensive zone, where it's just kind of up for grabs above the slot below the blue line. Derek Ryan, Johnny on the spot, comes up with it in the near side corner of the Wild end. The Wild, though, they retrieve, fired up over the boards or up over the glove along the boards of Cody Ceci, and now Darnell Nurse gets taken down. No call up coming, as this one's going to be quickly regrouped by the Oilers off the boards as they continue to try to work this one out of their zone. Derek Ryan comes up with it. He's got room to skate on the left side of the ice. He'll fire it up into the zone. This one's going to go all the way onto a Wild stick. 7:02. Here we go into the Oilers' end. 7:02 to go in the game. Just want a chance here now for the Oilers to get this going. A little skill stick there by the Wild's Sam Steele. Is that Sam Steele? As the Kaprizov goes to Zuccarello, couldn't get it going. The Oilers have someone wide. They're going to go across to Connor McDavid, and they are going to be strongly offside. Yikes, that one sucks. That was a good-looking play. All he had to do is go to Hyman, and Draisaitl decides to go over to Connor McDavid, who is just a step offside. All right, let's get this going. 6:40 to go. We got to get this going. Foligno on the ice again with Eriksson Ek and Greenway, as the Oilers will fire this one across the ice and into the Wild zone right away, promptly after the face-off win. Draisaitl comes up with it, collects it all the way to Connor McDavid, who tips it back to the blue line. Tyson Barrie fires the shot. It's ill-advised and onto a tape of a one Marcus Foligno, who gets it over to Eriksson Ek, but Eriksson Ek this time is offside. All right. Unfortunately. Brett Kulak on the ice there as they'll regroup for this face-off. It looks like there's a new version of the match tomorrow on Sportsnet 1 at 4 p.m. Mountain Time if you want to check that out. I guess that's something you could do. But here's Marc-Andre Fleury getting into the net for the Wild tonight, giving up 2 goals so far. Skinner, of course, giving up a goal on 5 shots, so both goalies rocking sub 900 save percentages so far in this one. 6:13 to go. as the Oilers will get this one back behind their net, and CC trying to work over Greenway. CC is going to get it ahead, and this one's now going to be worked out to Yamamoto. He's too slow to get there. It's instead gloved down, though, on a good follow-up there by the Oilers. Down to Nugent-Hopkins. CC steps into the shot, and Marc-Andre Fleury will swallow up the puck with 5:51 to go. All right, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to do the very suggestive graphic for you, my friends. If you'd be so kind, consider this. Just like that, we're back, folks. Let's get back to action. The Oilers ready to take on the rest of this first period. All-time point leaders wearing number 97. Jeremy Roenick only had 574 points while wearing number 97. That's interesting. Roslav Klesla, oh my goodness, that's the name. Nikita Gusev, Matt Gilroy, Joe Thornton. Esa Tikkanen wore 97 for a while. Wow. All right, game on, I guess. And we'll see what ends up happening here for the Oilers as we get back underway for this first period. We are just about ready to get going. And this one's going to be down the ice into the Oilers zone. I don't know how far behind my live stream is, but let's get live here. The Wild have it in the Oilers zone. Shot fired by Eriksson Ek, and it looks like we've got a penalty coming up. A hold against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins by the looks of it. And the Oilers will go to the penalty kill. Oh, no, it's Kailer Yamamoto getting the hold. All right, so Kailer Yamamoto will go to the box for a hold here in this first period. Now all of a sudden this one's starting to get a little bit away from the Oilers, who have gotten a little bit loose here after scoring 2-0. And then that first goal by the Wild that wasn't a goal seems to be the turning point so far in this hockey game. If you were to try and pick one for the Minnesota Wild, we're now officially over 20 likes, and the next intermission break here we have will calculate out the watch time as well, as I'm sure it's about to be very interesting to figure out exactly where the watch time sits after almost one period to play. The Oilers penalty kill ranked 28th in the NHL, so we're no longer in the 30s, we're up to 28th. We have been developing along as the Wild can't fire up the one-timer. That's unfortunate for them. They're going to work this one back to Zuccarello near side. I'm going to take a second to get really comfortable here, as they're just trying to fire any shot they can. They were 0 for 4 on Wednesday against Calgary. Zuccarello walks down the wing, shot fired off a Skinner save. And now this again, the thing. The Wild have to get to 10 shots to potentially score a goal. And the Oilers, based on the pace so far this game, could score their next goal on their next shot, as Connor McDavid's going to come back the other way. McDavid's out there, the fans cheering him on to go for a skate, and that's exactly what he's going to do and dump it in to the Wild zone. You thought he wanted to go for it, but he didn't want to risk a shorthanded chance for a power play chance coming back the other way. Instead bleeds out the clock, and the Oilers power play, or the Wild power play, is down to less than a minute, as the penalty kill so far has been solid from the Oilers, though 2 shots away from the magical number 10 or the Wild. Kaprizov on the ice for the Wild. And this one's going to go down below the goal line before the Wild move it back up ahead. Broberg's out there on the penalty kill to Derek Ryan, and out of the zone it comes. Chipped on down and into Wild territory, where Marc-Andre Fleury will see a puck flutter by into the trapezoid, and then he does come out and play it and get it going. So now all of a sudden a chance here for the Wild to get it back into the zone with 15 seconds to go. They're sitting on shot number 9 of the game. They're waiting for shot 10, the next one to come. And they will see Sam Steele get it out of the zone. That will kill the power play for the Wild. So no power play goal against for the Oilers on one big opportunity for the Wild. And that's a big momentum shifter, hopefully, if you are the Edmonton Oilers. You got to believe. All right, first time you're going to see the mug appear tonight. Forgot to grab water before starting the stream, but this one was a lazy attempt to get it up on time. And with 3:15 to go here in the first period, we will have a stoppage in play. Oh yeah, Liberty. That's too early for the wave. You got to do the wave when you're up 3 goals with 5 minutes to go in the third period. That's the only time for the wave. Trust me, I know. Saddle Dome does it way too early all the time. On a 7-game goal streak for Kirill Kaprizov. That's insane. You got to remember though, the Minnesota Wild were not known for their offense for a lot of years. Either way, 3:12 to go here in the first period. This one's going to go back to the blue line, and that was where they're going to try and keep it in, but they can't do it. And now Brett Kulak will fire this one down the ice, but it's going to be picked up by the Minnesota Wild in the Oilers zone. Tipped in front, bounces around, shot shoveled towards Stuart Skinner, but a hand pass will be whistled against the Minnesota Wild. All right, game on. And we should have things going here in a matter of moments as the wave takes over the Dolynny TV chat. All right, just quickly take a look here to see what we're sitting at. 471 views on the live stream so far. Don't mind me, a good evening as we get things going so far. Chance here for the Oilers to get it out of the zone following the face-off win. They will. A nice stretch pass by Bouchard outdances Costin, who had a chance to knock that down. This one now an opportunity here as Matt Dumba will play it ahead. This one's going to go down into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner thought about playing it, but instead Evan Bouchard near side board clear as Devon Shore does enough to help get it out. And of course, like I said, the fourth line has all the points on that first goal. And then of course, yes, the big boys have the power play goal for the Oilers, as this one's going to be carried out there by Costin into the offensive zone. My stream is exactly a minute behind. Hey, not bad. We're not minding that at all tonight. If the stream's exactly a minute behind, we're doing something right. Let's say, think it up. As this one's going to go back into Oilers possession. 2:00 on the clock. We got 2 minutes to play, and the Oilers so far leading after 1 period to play, but they're still looking for shot number 15 of the game. Here's Marc-Andre Fleury, old golf swing out of the net there, trying to get something going. Chance here now for Eriksson Ek. He does. Now the Oilers will see it flipped into their own zone by the Minnesota Wild. Here's Darnell Nurse. And Nurse will get there for the icing call. 6-4-1 record on the road this season for the Minnesota Wild. So they've got exactly, I believe, half their wins on the road so far this year. And Darnell Nurse battling Marcus Foligno for that puck. And look at this one here. He's going against Foligno. Foligno all the way there. And then he just gets body position and gets to that puck in time. And it's a good get for the Oilers, who will get an offensive zone face-off with exactly a minute and a half to go in this first period. As chance here for Ceci, he'll fire it in. Yamamoto's going to go chasing it after against Spurgeon. Spurgeon will see Yamamoto push it forward off a skate. This one's going to be moved here, and Janmark's going to try and play it. It'll be worked out. And into the neutral by the Wild, though. This one moved now by the Oilers on a shift change. Shot by Nurse, almost redeems himself, but that goes up and out of play off of Marc-Andre Fleury as he gives his stick that went flying to Jacob Middleton. That was a good opportunity for the Oilers right there. I can't argue that. That one looked dangerous there for a second and almost had an opportunity to really turn into something as Nugent Hopkins gets it, and then Nurse activates on the pass from Janmark. And then he realized that's the only play he has is a shot. Middleton lays the stick down, puck goes up and out of play, and the Oilers still denied shot 15 of this game. And I am building this shot 15 of the game up real big because it's going to mean something here in a matter of moments. .08 to go here in the first period. This one moved by McDavid back to the defense of Tyson Barrie. Barrie oversteps a man. That was a beauty pivot move and almost a risky one at that. And Leon Draisaitl will shift it off to Brett Kulak. Kulak, who's suddenly had 3 or 4 solid games in a row. And Tyson Barrie now pass up the middle to Zach Hyman. And Hyman's going to look for this one here to drive middle. He fires the shot. Save by Fleury. And dang it, shot number 15 of the game is not going to be a goal for the Edmonton Oilers. I really thought we could build something there. Unfortunately, we couldn't. And now we'll have 41.5 seconds of play left in the first period in offensive zone face-off for the Edmonton Oilers. And what a cut to the middle by Hyman, but he's just fallen over a little bit there. Wasn't able to get the clean shot off, and Fleury's able to make the save, body it up, chest it up, whatever you want to say, and clean that for a whistle. And now the Wild win the face-off off of the ensuing draw. And on a 5-game assist streak for Zach Hyman, 8 assists in that stretch. Still needs a goal, though. And this one's going to be worked down below the Oilers' net after the Wild had cleared through the neutral. And now Eriksson Ek drives it to the middle. Short side opportunity for Foligno. He couldn't get it going. And now this is a chance here for the Wild to keep this puck alive behind the Oilers' net. 15 seconds to go. Leon Draisaitl clears it over to Evan Bouchard. The Oilers are going to come rushing out of the zone with 8 seconds to go. Connor McDavid in on the attack. He gets stapled along the boards. Draisaitl looking for somebody. 2 seconds, 1 second, goodbye, and done for the Edmonton Oilers. After 1 period of play, it's a 2-1 lead over the Minnesota Wild. All right, here it is. It is for Nathan, the first goal scorer of the night, Derek Ryan. Second goal scorer of the night, Connor McDavid. All right. And to Gillies TV as well, folks. You see the blue wrenches. The blue wrenches generally indicate another fellow YouTuber of which I have a great relationship with. It's supposed to indicate moderators, and it used to, but what I've done is kind of given it to my fellow YouTubers who are definitely important to me in my life on YouTube, and of course important to me in regular life. And Gillies TV and both Oilers Fanatic, all 3 of us going to the Oilers game December 17th against the Anaheim Ducks. If you would be so kind to hit subscribe when you do it on my channel to their channels as well, that would mean a lot to me to know that you're supporting me and those 2 boys as well. Patrick covering the Oilers all day, every day like I try to, and then of course Gillies TV venturing into all day, every day coverage of random topics across the NHL. We're up over 9,431 subscribers on the channel now. That means we've gained so far 6 on this live stream, which all told used to be a pretty good night on Dolynny TV, and now tonight we're going to try and push up to 9,450 if we can get there. That'd be phenomenal. All right. That said, I promised you guys an update on the watch time before we get to the scoring summary this evening. So far, after 1 period of play, let's get this going. Computer, load up. Let's do this. 544 views times 2.5 or 2.933, and we have my friends up at 1595 hours watched, which means 26.6 hours watched so far on the live stream. That's crazy talk. 26.9 after the first period of play. Thank you, folks, for being along for the ride, and thank you for helping me hit that, as we only now have 21 hours to hit, roughly thereabout, before we hit that magical 50 mark on the live stream, which will be crazy. All right. Nathan, your point. Do I think that the Oilers should trade Puljujarvi? If so, the Oilers have been trying to trade Puljujarvi. Actually, the Oilers Fanatic had that story today. Patrick covered that one off, but simply put, as we've said all along, anybody with any clue of how the Oilers work is no matter what you do, you're going to be trading Puljujarvi for loss. And teams know that. Teams are taking advantage of that when they call Ken Holland. So until somebody actually steps up with a legitimate offer for yes Puljujarvi, because, right, Puljujarvi's pretty much done in Edmonton, but until somebody says, hey, you know what, we're going to take him off your hands, but at the same rate, too, we know that there's a player there and we respect that. Until that happens, no deal happens, I think is pretty much the way to summarize that for the Edmonton Oilers at current. As we're just here on commercial break, let me send you one of those and see what we can't recap here on the Oilers Twitter so far. Derek Ryan from Clean Costin and Devon Shore, the first goal of the game. Derek Ryan's fourth goal of the season, Clean Costin's second assist of the season, and Devon Shore's third assist of the season. But that's goals in 7 straight for 97 after 1 period of play. And then secondary to, what do we got going here? McDavid's first Oiler to score in 7 straight games since Jimmy Carson in 1988. That's how long ago, and that's a wild name to be hearing Connor McDavid in company with. And here's, of course, Gene Principe with the yearly interview with Lauren Kyle. And there you go. Oh, the gingerbread housing. Oh, jeez. Jeez, do not ever get me involved with that gingerbread house building again. That was not a good time at City Hall for the Christmas Bureau a couple of years ago. That thing was a disaster, my friends. That was not good at all. We got absolutely outclassed. Nate Newswatch did, and it was just not a good time. Tyson might have had an accident there, and that was just not good at all. So, as we get set for this first period intermission to really wrap up here, folks, I think obviously for the Oilers, it was a good first period. I think we really got something achieved in that first period. Obviously, scoring and going up 2-0 is the best we could do, and then we gave up the next goal and went 2-1. But for the Oilers, it was a pretty big period to go out there and get the job done, that is for sure. And then obviously they're talking a little bit about the shirts off our back night that the Oilers had with the reverse retros where they were signing them off to fans, and obviously that Barry jersey has gotten a lot of press time online, and yeah, good to go. But we'll just quickly get back to the chat here. As friends, again, if you're joining us for the first time here on Dolynny TV, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head on out. Oilers talk very often on Dolynny TV. I try to talk Oilers as much as humanly possible here on the channel, and secondary to that too, just if you could hit the like button on the stream as we could get some folks in here. Like I said, it's been a crazy start to the game, and the reason for that is the likes are up, the watch time's up, and the views are up. Let's just quickly go over Patrick's viewpoint on Jesse Puljujärvi, as it is a 3rd round pick at this point is what Patrick sees happening for Jesse Puljujärvi, and it would be my wonder if teams are even trying to get him a bit cheaper than that. I don't know. Like I said, I've been working a lot this week, and I've also chosen to take some off days for myself just simply because I need some days off to just recuperate here. And what's that cat doing? What's that? Hey, cat, quit scratching up my carpet. But it's one of those things as we just sit here, right? For the Oilers, is the right deal will come along at the right time, and even if it is the right deal, everybody will say it's the wrong deal. So that's the tough part right now, is you just got to believe for the Oilers, they are mulling over all options, and Patrick's saying it right there. Okay, that's where you're coming with that. 3rd round pick for Puljujärvi is optimistic, because for Puljujärvi, you can bite on all the potential he has. You can bite on the fact that he is an effective player in certain roles, but you also have to believe the fact that he has a $3 million contract, and the team is just simply not getting it done. Right? He's just not getting it done with the team, and unfortunately, when you have a $3 million contract in the cap reality we all live in, it's pretty hard to trade a guy that's not doing the job. Then again, the Oilers traded Milan Lucic for James Neal, and that worked out for a couple seasons. So don't mind me if that's the case there too. All right. I'm going to go reload my water, take a quick break upstairs. I'll be right back, and folks, we'll get this second period up and underway. All right, let's get back to action here, shall we? Commercial breaks, obviously very tough during the hockey game, but we have just crossed the first hour of the live stream, so we're off and rocking and rolling so far. And yeah, we'll see what ends up happening here. So let's just quickly see what we can do on in terms of YouTube here to see if there's anything I'm missing in the background. I feel bad for the folks tuning into the Dolynny TV live stream from December 1st. I don't know, Patrick, if you deal with this at all as you've just started really gearing up the live streams on the weekends, but people tuning into your previous live stream looking for tonight's live stream, that one is tough. That is a hard thing to swallow because, man, come over, hang out with us on the live stream. But they're tuning into the old live stream, and unfortunately, now my Oilers versus Minnesota Wild live stream from last December 1st now has 21 views in the past 48 hours because of a 12 view hour here in the past hour we've been live on Dolynny TV. That's tough. That's rough. And of course, Minnesota Wild live reaction from December 12th, 2019 also has 2 views. So keep me informed, I guess. All my old live streams really getting views here in the past little bit this evening. All right, anyway, we can talk about my views all night. Trust me. Most folks know I can do it, but it is tough to try and stay up to date with everything that goes on YouTube, plus the Oilers, plus everything. It is what it is too, but we'll see what happens here. Connor McDavid getting it going. Epiphany, you're worrying about the voice. Don't worry, it's been a long week. That's really all it is, and I've got a good weekend of rest planned. Jason Strudwick, Bob Stauffer, ready to get this going this evening here on the panel. As Strudwick and Stauf will get things going for Gene Principe. The save percentage for Stuart Skinner after 1 period of play, 900. The save percentage for Marc-Andre Fleury, 867. So you like to see that for sure. Yeah, let's see if there's anything here. Connor McDavid getting going about the Ben Stelter Foundation donation he made to make sure that the memory of Ben Stelter is never forgotten. There's, I believe, Jason Gregor lurking in the scrum, if I'm not mistaken, with that one. And see if there's anything else we're missing here. And Stelter, that photo will live on forever, famously, for Oilers fans. Last year was something special. I guess I can say that for sure. Is there anything there? Connor McDavid. They're talking about him in the interviews now. And here we go. We're going to talk about Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid. You know what? Here. I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to rest the voice for the next 5 minutes and just write sentences in your own head that start with Connor McDavid. What about Connor McDavid? What about what Connor McDavid did? What about Connor McDavid tonight? And what about Connor McDavid? Just start every sentence with what about Connor McDavid this? And I am sure you can pretty much wrap up this intermission interview here that the Oilers are doing with Bob Stauffer and Jason Strudwick. That is pretty much how this one's going. I'm sorry. Am I a little cranky? No, not really. It's just a matter of I'm poking fun at something that needs some fun poked at it. And that's pretty much exactly what this Oilers panel is doing this evening. Just chatting all about Connor McDavid. Of course, Gene Principe did it off the top as well. So it's kind of one of those funny things that happens every once in a while in Oilers land where suddenly Connor starts doing things that have never been done in a long while, and Connor has to get all the headlines for the next couple. And it's not that I'm upset that Connor's getting the headlines. It's just, it's funny that it all goes in waves, right? It all goes in waves. Here, yep, we're still talking about Connor McDavid. Yep. Here's a chance, and that's the post play. Now that they're talking about the goal against, but they started it with Connor McDavid winning the faceoff. So you got to remember, even though it's not about Connor McDavid, they started it with Connor McDavid. And here's an opportunity now for us to actually discuss the game instead of just Connor McDavid things. The Oilers takeaways 5, the Oilers giveaways 4 after 1. Folks, if you're just tuning in, let's break down the scoring summary to begin this hockey game. The end of the first period, we're in the intermission. It's Derek Ryan from Devon Shore and Clean Costin. That is 2-3-4 if you read reverse on that scoring summary in terms of numbers of those points happening. Then Connor McDavid getting his 25th goal of the season from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Tyson Barrie. Tyson Barrie's 14th assist of the season. And then Joel Eriksson Ek scores his 10th goal of the season. Yes, indeed he does. On a dumb, boneheaded play by, dumb boneheaded play by Darnell Nurse. Who am I trying to say? You already know. Alright, let's get in here to the chat for a few moments here. Yeah. Let's see. You guys are just, you guys are just bantering back and forth amongst each other. I love when that happens in the chat. Everybody can have a good conversation with everyone. And Chaser, you're saying the Nurse giveaway was atrocious. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just talking about. Just absolutely brutal play by Darnell Nurse on that one. That is for sure. And sad. Who do I expect will score next? In my opinion, you know what? I'd love a Zach Hyman goal, but I have a feeling it's going to be again Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play. I think that's kind of how the Oilers tend to start the second period. Is they come out, they move their feet, get a power play, and then Nuge scores a goal. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Is Nuge will probably get the job done here on the power play for the Oilers. All right, here we go. For the Oilers, we're still on commercial break, so we're just about back to action, friends. If you haven't already, consider hitting that like button on the stream, and if you'd be so kind to consider subscribing as well here on the channel. I know you haven't gotten a chance to check out the play-by-play on the channel yet if you're just joining, so stay tuned. We'll get it going, and we'll get things figured out here for you in a matter of moments, as they're just advertising CBC Gem, and it is absolutely ridiculous. You want to talk about a streaming service that has more content than anyone else? CBC Gem has just the most ridiculous amount of content I've ever seen. I'm not saying any of it's necessarily good, but there is a lot of content out there on CBC Gem. As we're just waiting for this one to get back underway, there's still trying to get back to play here, as this first period intermission is taking its time, and we've still got another commercial. Dan O'Toole now on my screen for Bet Rivers, and we'll just calculate the watch time here again one more time. 7:33, my friends, times 2.8 divided by 60. That is 34.2 hours on the stream so far. Don't mind me. Yeah, if Nuge was already on the power play, that would be a scary thought for sure, Gillies. Alright. There it is, 4. Well, and here's the thing, like everybody dumping on Puljujärvi in the chat right now, what you're forgetting is being asked of Puljujärvi that wasn't being asked of Puljujärvi last year. Puljujärvi was not asked to lead the team in hits because he was a big body last year. The change in Puljujärvi's game this year has been the fact that Jay Woodcroft's staff has asked him to try and lead the team every single night in the hit department. And so far this season it has worked. He has led the team most nights in the hit department, but everything else has suffered. So when you do that, you change a player's game completely. That's where things change around right now. Is for Puljujärvi, he's out there hitting, he's battling in corners, but that's not where Puljujärvi's game is best, and that is why Puljujärvi is suffering right now, in my opinion. And you can look, there's plenty of evidence of it, and that's just kind of the reality of the situation right now for the Oilers, is when you ask a player to play not to his strengths, because he's a big body in your lineup, that you need to do that kind of stuff, That's the results you get, and that's where we're at with Jesse Puljujärvi. Problem is, Oilers fans will always expect a big body to do it all, and Puljujärvi simply cannot play a big man's game and, of course, score goals at the same time, unfortunately. That's where we sit with Jesse Puljujärvi. We're back to play. The Oilers lose the face-off. The Wild tip it into the Oilers zone, but it was off a stick on their side of half from their own team, and it goes down for an icing call. Longest goal streaks in NHL history for the Edmonton Oilers. Dave Lumley had a 12-gamer in 81-82. Jari Kurri a 10-gamer in 85-86. And then it's all Wayne Gretzky until Connor McDavid here in 7 straight games. All right, here we go. We will have a face-off for Connor McDavid on the face-off dot to the blocker side of Marc-Andre Fleury. Leon Draisaitl draws in. He will lose the draw though, but Zach Hyman wins it for him off of the draw loss. Hyman sees it coming back down low to him. And this is where you start feeling the Oilers draw a power play. And that one not a power play there as Hyman does a nice dive to the front of the net to try and scoop it in. And now the Wild back the other way. Trying to get things going is Leon Draisaitl to Tyson Barrie. Barrie will fling it up the boards, and here comes Leon Draisaitl. He'll backhand it across to Barrie. Barrie's going to step into a shot, and Fleury will take the mask off after it hits him up high, and he makes the save. All right, we're back to action. Feels good. And looks like Marc-Andre Fleury's mask might be a little disturbed, as that was a nice drive there by Hyman. He couldn't get it going. And that's a hold. That was a hold on Matt Dumba on Zach Hyman, grabbing the jersey from behind, but goes uncalled. And then here's the shot from Tyson Barrie that catches Marc-Andre Fleury upstairs. Mask pops off. The rest is history. We have a face-off and a stoppage in play. 529 wins in 956 career games for Fleury. 1917 second period. The Oilers looking to get things going here, and Fleury's still got his mask off as I think it's getting repaired on the bench. In the last 18 starts for Fleury against the Oilers, 15, 2-1, 216 goals against average, and a 927 save percentage. And now Fleury's just working that mask a little bit more, clipping, and he's going to throw this back on, and away we go. All right. He's going to go to the side. Here's Nugent Hopkins trying to win this face-off. Instead, Yamamoto gets down low, creates the puck loose for Janmark. Nugent's going to go around the boards and chase it, but it'll be chipped on out into... Nope, here's Nugent keeping that puck alive. And the Oilers trying to keep it alive now. Yamamoto, and it will be finally cleared by the Minnesota Wild, where CC recollects in the neutral. He'll fire it right back in down to Fleury. This one's going to be around the boards and up and out of play off of the netting for the Oilers as that puck skirts back into play after it had gone up and out of play. All right, 18:52 to go in this second period. Feels like I'm almost already out of water. That's kind of crazy. Thirsty. That's what those honey garlic chicken wings will do to you. And here's a chance now for Nugent Hopkins to take this face-off draw. And he's going to get Janmark in there instead. This one's going to go behind the net. Now Yamamoto shot off the side of the net. Couldn't go in, and now Nugent Hopkins back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse fires it off the boards. Can't get it going there. And this one's still kept in by the Oilers. Tipped into the corner. Yamamoto's pushed down. And this one's now going to go back into Oilers possession. The Oilers all over the Wild here to start this period. They've got 18 shots, and they continue to come in waves. Here's Nuge dishing off to Nurse, who fires the shot off the pad. Shot hammered back in by Puljujärvi. Couldn't get it going. And now a chance here for Janmark. He will turn and twist. And now Puljujärvi goes back to the blue line to Nurse. Nurse goes down to Puljujärvi, but the pass hits a Wild player in front of Puljujärvi's stick, and it goes all the way down for an icing call. Look at that. The Oilers absolutely outworking the Minnesota Wild here in the first 2 minutes of this second period, and absolutely coming to work with the lunch pails ready to go all night. lunch and supper packed the way the Oilers play in this second period right now. Look at this one here from Nuge. He gets into the battle with Dumba. And now 18:02 to go. The Oilers have 19 shots on the game. Draisaitl pushes the face-off ahead. Draisaitl's twisted up with Eriksson Ek, who's got the stick in the midsection there. The Oilers come to the near side boards. A nice stick there by Draisaitl will be allowing it to get down to Hyman. Hyman in front to McDavid, who skated by and almost let that one just trickle in. Draisaitl can't keep that cleanly at the blue line, but he gets it all the way down to Hyman, who's going to come up with possession of the corner, and he's going to step in front. And again, talk about a guy who needs a goal, Zach Hyman, despite the 8-assist streak here for the Oilers. McDavid and Draisaitl dancing around, but McDavid goofs up a pass, and now it comes back the other way. Shot fired off of somebody in front. And the Oilers are going to chip this one down the ice, and Draisaitl is going to come near side before Paton turns it over for the Wild. Gaudreau, backhander, misses there. Draisaitl picks off the pass. Gaudreau gets it back off the skates of Draisaitl and then drives it to the net, but Draisaitl able to turn it off the pads of Skinner, get it going back the other way. Connor McDavid comes on in. He's going to get it down deep, and now Zach Hyman meets it there for Goligoski, who bounces it off the boards and up and out of the zone as the Wild bust across the line. 2-on-1. Gaudreau, rebound, shot. Paton fans on it, comes back in front, fans on it again before getting the shot off on Marc-Andre Fleury. You would have liked to see, Marc-Andre Fleury. Stuart Skinner, boys. That's Stuart Skinner making that save. You would have liked to see Stuart Skinner kick that one out of the zone. Couldn't do it. And now the Oilers will lead this one out. Klim Kostin in on the attack. He outskates the defenseman, cuts to the front of the net, and he's going to try and find Shore. Shore short side, can't get it going towards the net, but he does to Derek Ryan now. And an opportunity for Reeves to clear, who's been pretty unnoticeable so far this game for the Minnesota Wild. I didn't even know he was in the lineup tonight. 16:10 to go in this second period. Chance now here for the Oilers to clear this zone. And chance to get going, and just as I see folks too, if you're looking for someone who streams Oilers games, it's me and the Oilers fanatic, who's also in the chat. Your chat right above you, the Oilers fanatic chat there. You'll want to subscribe to him as well, because he will be live streaming Oilers games periodically throughout the season as well. He's got a much better show in terms of interactivity than mine, I guess you could say, but that's simply because of the design of his show, whereas my simple one-man show thing here, I just rip the play-by-play, come to conclusions as they come, and we work it all out. But my brain is absolutely fried, and that's what I feel really bad for here lately on the live streams. That's why I took a couple nights off this week, is just simply put, my brain is absolutely fried this week, and it was just time to take some time off. And then Friday night game comes up like tonight, and it's like, okay, I guess I could. And here we find ourselves a shot saved for Stuart Skinner. 15:51 to go here in this second period. Shot forced to the middle again, and Stuart Skinner all of a sudden piling up the saves here as the Wild continue to come in waves. The Oilers knock this one down, and here comes a penalty against the Oilers as Nugent Hopkins touches up this puck. And we will have a penalty to Brett Kulak with 15:39 to go in this second period. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Yep. And a penalty to Brett Kulak as he high sticks Kaprizov, or elbows or something. High stick it is ruled. Okay. High stick and call there against Kaprizov. Here we go. 15:39 to go in this second period. The Wild go back to the power play. Boldy, Kaprizov, Eriksson Ek, Zuccarello, and Goligoski. Now a chance here for Boldy, who will work it back to the blue line. Goligoski out there, dancing the line. He'll go down and across. And now a chance here for Kaprizov to reload this one. He gets it back to Goligoski. $1:42 to go in the power play. Boldy fires it wide. 15:16 to go, and this one comes back in front. And Eriksson Ek is denied by Stuart Skinner, as I just kind of seen the whistle. But actually, Matthias Janmark will also go to the box here. So the Oilers lose two key penalty killers, and it will be a 5-on-3 for the Minnesota Wild. All right, it's developing. I get it. Look at this one. Yeah, Janmark gets the stick in on Kaprizov. Hooking call there, 4:45 into this second period. We'll see what ends up happening here. with 15:15 to go in the second. Buck 36 to go on the two-man advantage for the Minnesota Wild, who will continue for the next 24 to have a power play following if they do not score here on the man advantage. As Kaprizov will get it going down low. The Wild trying to work it up front and make the Oilers fall asleep up front. This one worked down low, shot coming in. Spurgeon fires it off the shoulder of Stuart Skinner, who's suddenly turning in one of those starlight performances for the Edmonton Oilers. This one's going to go back low. Kaprizov across. This one's worked, looking for an opportunity. Kaprizov tries to tuck, and then Stuart Skinner, what a save there, point blank, to keep that one out. Spurgeon back to the blue line. Kaprizov switches off with the attacker bold. He shot off the post. Kaprizov denied off the post. Spurgeon now with 47 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. The Oilers have gone almost a minute without a whistle, and indeed now they have, as this one goes off of the boards wide, and the Wild still have the Oilers in the zone. You got to believe at some point they take an opportunity, but the stick breaks there by Zuccarello, and this one a dance in front. Skinner down on the puck, freezes it up, and gets the whistle on the two-man advantage. There you go. What a shift there from the Oilers. The Wild just could not convert to save their lives, and that's enough to save the Oilers for the time being. I'm going to refresh the screen and see what's happening here, and here's Kaprizov and Zuccarello working on that down low play, and that's kind of the play that Kaprizov scored on apparently against the Minnesota Wild, and they tried to run it again here, but denied by Stuart Skinner, who I think did some homework, and look at how quick Skinner was over to that puck, that is for sure. That is one heck of a good shift there on the penalty killers, keeping that puck out of the net. And here's a chance now for Draisaitl. We'll turn this one back. Shot fired around the boards and out by the Oilers defense, and 21 seconds to go in this two-man advantage. 13:57 in the second period now left. So it's going to be worked down low into the Oilers' end. Leon Draisaitl fires this one off the boards and out, and there you go. The two-man advantage is killed for the Edmonton Oilers right here, right now. One last shot scores. Oh no. I think that might have been on the two-man advantage. I cursed it. I think that's on the two-man advantage, and the Oilers looking to review that, see how much they have left. And either they are free and clear of the power plays for the Wild, or Zuccarello has scored on the two-man advantage. I don't know how that one worked out. And that was just a beautiful, beautiful play by Marc-Andre Fleury to come out and play that puck. And then Zuccarello absolutely wires it bar in. And look at this one. Boom. Bar down in goal for the Minnesota Wild. And it's 2-2 right now. And I think we will go to even strength. Zuccarello wishing there was a little bit more power play time left, but they will not get it. And it's now 2-2 after the Oilers take two penalties in a row, cost themselves the lead. It's 22-20, the shots on goal for the Minnesota Wild now. And this one, just tell me, oh my, how quickly it changes on a dime, right? That's always the Oilers against the Minnesota Wild for some reason, and that's where they sit right now. And Bouchard's going to work this one in the middle. Unfortunately worked back down low. Bouchard's going to work that one again. And the Wild and Oilers scrambling up in the Oilers zone here. A good tip there by Holloway, gets it down the ice. And all of a sudden, things are not going the Oilers' way, right? You had that first strong 2 minutes from the Oilers, and then things just kind of started getting away from them in the past 3-4 minutes here in this period. Now all of a sudden you're tied 2-2 against the Wild. This one's going to be a blast from the point, blocked by Holloway. 13:03 to go, and a save there by Stuart Skinner. All right, game on. Let's keep this going. That's the big thing for the Oilers right now. We just need to keep this job a-rolling here and go get some more shots on net. That's the key to success. Obviously, we'd like to do it and get the job done, that is for sure. 3.0... 3.133 divided by 60. We, my friends, are up at 46.8 hours. We are going to do it before the end of the period. You like to see it. You like to see it, that's for sure. All right. Just quickly as we glance on over here, friends, I'm going to run you an ad, and I'm going to run you the subscribe ad, and then I'm going to go grab myself some more water. How about that? That sounds like a dang good plan to me. And if you haven't left a like on the stream yet, do as such. Alright, there we go. A little bit more comfortable. Changing in the PJ pants, and away we go. Sit down and relax and enjoy the rest of this second period, my friends. I'm going to throw on the fire because who wouldn't mind being warm? We'll see what's going on here as the Oilers would like to get back to that success they had. Costin and Kazian going to town, and Costin cutting up Kazian on that play. An all-time Gordie Howe hat-tricks for the Oilers in franchise history. 4 games with the Gordie Howe hat-trick. Paul Coffey and McClendon. All right. 12:48 to go. The Oilers in the defensive zone trying to work on out. We're going to get an outlet pass over to Philip Broberg. Going to carry ahead the fourth line now out there. And here's the thing, too. You haven't allowed the impact players in this game so far, which is the power play and the fourth line to be on the ice too much here in this second period yet. So if you're looking for some momentum shifters, come on out and work hard. Fourth line, why don't you? And Klim Kostin out there chasing this puck against Gaudreau. Gaudreau will out-muscle him to the puck and out-skate him into the offensive zone for the Wild. Ton's going to fire the shot, saved by Skinner. We're going to have a stoppage in play, my friends. There we go. I need to take some deeper breaths. I'm starting to zone out here. And here's Wayne Gretzky fighting way back in the day. And I can't believe they have footage of Gretzky fighting back in the day. That's hilarious. As Wayne Gretzky, he's a man who's fought as well, the Edmonton Oilers. And for some reason, they had the Heinz ketchup above the banners in Rogers Place. Okay, interesting, but I guess to each to their own. 12:05 to go here in second period. It's supposed to be on the glass behind the net, actually, but yeah, whatever. As this is going to be Zuccarello going below to Sam Steele. Zuccarello will work this off the boards. He's dumped there by Barry. Connor McDavid tries to get full stride, and instead he hits Leon Draisaitl in stride, who's going to have it poked off his stick, but he cuts around behind the net anyway. No big worries there. Draisaitl cuts to the middle again. This one a nice pickup there by Barry. Down low to Hyman. Hyman's got it below the Minnesota Wild goal line. Connor McDavid got it here. He's still below the goal line as well. He's going to work off a check. Still working off a check to Leon Draisaitl now. Draisaitl will try and work off the pin of Jacob Middleton, who's got this opportunity to keep things rolling for the Wild, tying up the Oilers along the boards. And here now the Oilers free this puck up. Hyman over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl now with the puck to Kulak, who will fire the shot off the boards, looking for Hyman in front. Now Hyman again on a lucky bounce, able to get it going, but turned back by Zuccarello at that point. And we will have another opportunity for the Oilers to keep this puck in. Draisaitl scoops it around, and it'll be all the way down to Stuart Skinner. 10:50 to go here in this. Yes. I see the Heinz ketchup ad now being poured on Brett Kulak. Kulak behind the net now, trying to work out from the Minnesota Wild pressure. 14 shots this period for the Wild so far. That's a good full period, let alone a half a period. And the Wild will come up and see this one blocked up and out of play, as shot number 25 was denied before it could even happen, my friends. And we will have ourselves a stoppage in play. So I'll take a quick second, because I think there is an opportunity here that I think we may very well be over the magical 50-hour mark And indeed, my friends, we are 51.14 hours on the stream. We have up and done it here tonight so far. You like to see it. Let's go push for 100 now. 10:25 to go in this second period. As an opportunity now for the Oilers to work out Nugent Hopkins. Double clutches, but Ceci scoops in and throws it into the Wild bench immediately. Good play by Ceci to get it out from the danger in front of the net, that is for sure. All right. So, Epiphany is up and out of the stream. Thank you, though, for being along tonight, Epiphany. Appreciate that. And we will get things going here with 10:16 to go in this second period. Opportunity now for Nugent Hopkins to win this face-off draw. He doesn't. And now the Wild set up the attack. Shot fired. Saved by Skinner, I think, as it goes into the near side boards. Ryan Nugent Hopkins gets it up the boards, and this one will be worked there by the Wild as they work off the boards, looking for an opportunity to dish to the front of the net. They can't get it going, and it's going to go cut off at the blue line again by the Wild. And here's the hardest part. Staring at the screen all night kind of tires out the eyes after staring at the screen all night at work. And here we go. This one worked by Darnell Nurse out in the middle of the ice, tip bouncing around, and my eyes are starting to lose track of the puck, friends. That's the problem. Like I said, tired eyes. I might actually be done after this second period, to be honest with you. We've hit the 50 hours on the stream. There's not much else to really achieve here tonight for the Oilers live stream on Dolynny TV. So I'll clutch up the rest of this second period, and then I'm going to take my Friday night to myself, get the game review up, and call her a night with Gillies TV here on the old PlayStation 4. All right. So the Oilers see Ryan Reeves carry it into the zone. Derek Ryan here, an opportunity to get it down out of the zone, but they can't get it going. And now this one centered by the Wild, can't get it going. And this one's going to be tracked down by the Wild in their own zone. This one worked ahead, shot rifled in there by Goligoski. The Wild all over the Oilers in this period so far. They've stormed ahead and taken a considerable lead in the shot department. This one out of the reach of Costin, but now all of a sudden he's coming up with the puck. He's taken down though, and Goligoski's still got him wrapped up. And this one's going to be shot by Hamlin in on the attack. Yes, Puliarvi now trying to come up with his puck. Gets credit for another hit on the night. Watch him. Like I said, he'll have the lead in the shot department by the end of the night. And this will be a bunch of Santas in the stands at the Oilers game. All right. Quick commercial break. And to those of you wondering where I do indeed reside, I am in Alberta. I'm in southern Alberta, just north of good old Calgary. So, enemy territory, but born and raised northern Albertan, so don't mind that at all. And Jack, you're wondering who's my favorite player on the Oilers? I think the obvious answer has been for a while Ryan Nugent Hopkins. I think of my generation, Nuge was one of the first hopes that's still on this team, and Nuge is still there doing his thing, having his best season ever this year. All right. Quickly going to add things up and just see where we're sitting after 1.5 periods of play so far on the Dolynny TV live stream this evening. Looks like things not looking too bad as we hum along and zipping at 405 views this hour, so averaging over 10 views a minute. Don't mind me at all. That's a pretty good hour on Dolynny TV. That Matt Zuccarello goal, his 9th of the season, assisted by Kirill Kaprizov's 17th of the year, and Jared Spurgeon's 9th of the year. The Wild 14-12 in the hit department now over the Oilers. Faceoffs are 20-20. Power play chances for the Wild 1 for 3. The Oilers PP 1 for 1. If you want to talk again, something that would change this game on a dime, the Oilers score on the Wild's first penalty of the game and then proceed to take the next 3 straight. It would be nice to see the Oilers get the next call and hopefully get it going for sure. And Flipperdo, where's my nude jersey? That's something I've just never really worked on, you know? The Puliarvi jersey was more or less a make good on a bet I made way back in 2021. The McDavid one was for a Halloween costume, and other than that, I don't have any other player jerseys, so that's just something that kind of comes with the territory. And like I said, that guy right over there is going to be a James Hamlin jersey here next week. All right, 8:16 to go in this second period. Puck's down the way for the Minnesota Wild, and it will be an icing call up and against them. So Ryan Reeves averaging 10 minutes and 42 seconds in 6 games since the trade from the New York Rangers. Interesting, interesting. And tired. All right, anyway. Leon Draisaitl waving down the face-off. Not liking it, not liking it, not liking it. Now he's going to take the draw. This one's an opportunity now for Middleton to clear the zone. It's up off a player, and now the Oilers able to retrieve. Zach Hyman in the near side corner. He's going to battle this puck. McDavid trying to come up with it as well as he falls to a knee. He gets it back to the blue line. Bouchard keeps it in. Bouchard goes off the glass. 7:54 to go here in this second period. Philip Robert going to play this one off the boards now too. Took a Connor McDavid. Connor busting down the wing. He's going to try go through the 5-hole, and what a save there from Marc-Andre Fleury. As I think McDavid tried to bank that one in, and then it just skirts over to Leon Draisaitl on the second effort. And that one was an absolute dynamo chance there from the Edmonton Oilers. Look at this one here. As Connor McDavid goes off of Fleury, and then Fleury scrambles up and scoops it in, and just fetal position saves that puck after it goes off his pads. And what a weird kind of save there from Fleury, who I think, in most opinions, is still one of the most throwback goalies in the league after Mike Smith is now left. But yeah, what a play there by Marc-Andre Fleury. 11 goals in the last 15 games versus the Wild for Leon Draisaitl. Now Janmark escapes the hit from an on-rushing Minnesota Wild. And now this one's going to be Kyler Yamamoto going down below the goal line. And a chance now for the Oilers to get things going. Janmark down low. It's shoveled off of Nugent Hopkins, I guess. The Oilers will work this one along the line. Darnell Nurse fires it in front. Tipped. Yamamoto scores. And that is a big time goal. I was right. It was the Ryan Nugent Hopkins line was going to score next for the Oilers. But it's not Nuge. It's Kyler Yamamoto with the tip in front. And you love to see that. That was a huge tip by Yamo and a huge play. You like to see that from a right-hand shot in front of the net. And look at this one. Darnell Nurse redeems himself perfectly, plays shot. And look at a tip by Kyler Yamamoto. And how about that for getting the monkey off your back, getting points in back-to-back games, and scoring back-to-back. Now a big-time goal for Kyler Yamamoto. Let's look at that one. What a tip. What a bounce off the ice. And what just a perfect goal for Kyler Yamamoto and the Edmonton Oilers on that one. Fleury can't believe it that he was beat like that. 7:06 to go. And what are the Minnesota Wild looking at here? And Dean Evison plays on. Okay. 7:06 to go in this second period. And the Oilers have regained the lead. They've scored their third goal of the night just like they did back on the game on December 1st against the Wild. And here's the thing too for the Oilers. Yamamoto gets the goal. It's his first of the season. Cece's 4th assist and Darnell Nurse's 12th. So Nurse right there with Barry up in terms of assists and goals this season so far. So you like to see Darnell Nurse doing that for sure after gaffing up a goal earlier in the game. And now McDavid across to Zach Hyman. And the wave going in the Dolynny TV chat. Don't tell me that's something we just started for the first time ever. And now Draisaitl and McDavid trying to tuck it, shove it. I don't really know what they're doing. But it looks like there might be a roughing call on the play against one of the Wild players for taking Zach Hyman's helmet off. And now all of a sudden, Fleury's going to take a roughing penalty for sure. Draisaitl just get absolutely mauled by Marc-Andre Fleury. And oh my goodness, here we go. Ooh, we got a rare appearance of the Connor McDavid chest hair too. Ooh wee. Let's go, Connor. Getting out there. Alright, so Marc-Andre Fleury not impressed at all. Draisaitl's going to go to the bench, so I'd be interested to see if Fleury does indeed draw a roughing penalty there. And look at that bounce off the net. McDavid tries to tip it off the helmet of Fleury, who had given up the entire top of the net. And then here's Draisaitl pushing into the play. And all of a sudden, Where is it? And Draisaitl just pushes it a little further with Fleury. I think that was more Draisaitl being verbal with Fleury than anything. And then Fleury throws off the helmet. And are we not going to have penalties on that play? Really? Okay, no penalty for Marc-Andre Fleury ripping the helmet off of Leon Draisaitl. Sure, whatever. It's all good. I mean, I'm not offended. But that's hilarious. All right, 6:18 to go in this second period. Hilarious situation happening on the ice, and you love to see it. 5-0 in the last 5 starts for Fleury against the Oilers. 178 goals against average and a 939 save percentage. So you got to believe how much better he was prior to that last game against the Oilers when things did not quite... was it Fleury? I think it was Fleury at least. I don't know. This one again. It's the Oilers pushing back against the Wild now. And the Wild are just unable to get it out of their zone. The Oilers taking, obviously, the goal that made it 3-2 on the ammo tip. That was Draisaitl just sticking the blocker away from Fleury. And Draisaitl gets absolutely pounced on. That's hilarious for sure. Now Holloway tries to fire one top Chad. He can't do it. This one's going to go down the ice all the way to Stuart Skinner out to play this puck. He'll backhand it off the boards. Now this one, bad turnover instead. Reeves in front battling for it. Can't get it going. 5:59 to go in this second period. 24-23 the shots on goal for the Minnesota Wild. The Oilers lead 3-2. This one shot in. Now an opportunity here for the Oilers to get this one going. They do. Dylan Holloway flips it out to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard across to Hamblin. I don't know where Puljujärvi is, but here's Hamblin regaining it on a turnover. He's going to fire it across to Holloway. Holloway's going to go to Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan working off the edge. He's going to go to the boards, get bodied up by Dewar. This one's going to be flipped into the middle now, where this will be picked up by Devon Shore, who's now out there for the Oilers. I think they were in mid-line change form, and here's now Klim Kostin firing a shot. Save Marc-Andre Fleury, but what a great heads-up idea by Klim Kostin to walk across the blue line and fire that shot. You like to see it, don't mind me at all there. And it's Kailer Yamamoto with the big-time goal for the Edmonton Oilers here in this second period, scoring from Ceci and, of course, Darnell Nurse. All right, folks, if you're new to the channel and haven't had a chance yet to hit that subscribe button, now would be the time to do it here on Dolynny TV if you'd be so kind. And with that, let's go quickly catch up with what else we might be missing here in this first couple of periods of play. It's 3-2 for the Oilers. Obviously now you've got a situation where in net, Marc-Andre Fleury is once again sub 800 in net at 875 on 24 shots against. And for, well, Stuart Skinner back up over the average so far this season at 917. So he's rocking and rolling this hockey game so far. The hits 15-13 for the Wild, and the face-offs 24-23 for the Wild. Here's the thing. We talk about Puljujärvi putting up hits. He's got 3 hits. So does Nurse. So does Connor McDavid. McDavid activating the body tonight. Haven't even noticed that. But Puljujärvi, sorry, that's shots on goal. Puljujärvi's got 3 shots on goal. Hits, Puljujärvi's got 0 in the column so far tonight. Never mind. Okay, interesting. Where's that blocks? Hold on, I don't know what I'm reading here. Yeah, it looks like Puljujärvi's a big old 0 in the shot department, and that's actually Derek Ryan. So, okay, never mind. Pardon me. Yeah, we're gonna actually push through this rest of this game. I think. I don't know. I gotta make up my mind at some point, and I probably won't. But let's get back to action. That's gonna be the move by Cody Ceci. Look at this move by Cody Ceci at the blue line. Cross to Darnell Nurse, and then that tip by Mr. Kailer Yamamoto in front. You'll love to see it. And it is huge. Smokey Dan, welcome in. As we get set to get things going here in this late stages of the second period. Opportunity for Devon Shore. Get things going. He will. Now a face-off win. Shot fired towards the net. And, well, Klim Kostin, Johnny on the spot trying to come up with that puck. Couldn't get it going. 5:05 and we'll bleed into the last quarter of this period. It will be a glove pass from Ceci to Kostin. Whistled down with 5:01 to go here in this period. And Fleury's having a little discussion. Oh my goodness. Tired, like I said, but we'll battle through. Philip Broberg gets the puck along the boards, but it's turned over there by Devon Shore. And now an opportunity here for Frederick Gaudreau. Shot fired up off the boards. Now this one's going to be worked there by the Wild. Keeping it in at the blue line. Gaudreau's still got this puck, and now a chance here. They're going to turn and burn in zone. Going to work this one around, and here's the shot, potentially upcoming shot. Blocked in front. Good kick out there by the Oilers. And this one will get going. Oh no, I'm finishing this game. There's no doubt about it. I just got to wake up here in the intermission, potentially go make myself a tea. That's usually the good recipe for success. 4:15 to go here in this second period. Tipped into the Oilers zone. That's just two. The second period's been a bit sleepier for the Oilers than that last period we just witnessed there, that first period. So hopefully we can kind of sit back and enjoy a little bit more of a quicker period here in a matter of moments in this third period. Anyway, this one worked in the middle of the ice. Yamamoto back out there. I don't even know where the puck is. Camera doesn't know. Who knows is what it is. And we'll battle through here and definitely figure it out. As saying, the audio bitrate on the stream is below 0, but it says that we're getting audio, so we'll just exit that out. That seems to be just a warning that was coming up when I had muted myself a few moments ago. Darnell Nurse fires the shot. Save there by Fleury. Cody Ceci high point. Gets it down and around, and here's Darnell Nurse now. Opportunity to go down to Nugent Hopkins. And here's an opportunity now for Janmark. Janmark steps in. He'll go down low to Darnell Nurse. Shot fired into the glove from the sideboards of Marc-Andre Fleury. And we will have a whistle with 3:10 to go in this second period. And look at this step here by Gaudreau. Turning Costin inside out. And then the block there by Bouchard in front. And look at that movement. Wow, what a block there by Bouchard to eat that one up high. And then kick it out over to a teammate who's able to scramble it up enough in Devon Shore onto the stick of Costin. And that's just how you want your fourth line to play. Work together, get pucks out, and go down the ice at the right time. My friends, the big thing here too is we are up over 3,800 minutes watched on this live stream. That's absolutely incredible so far tonight. And the Oilers 8-1-0 last 9 games when scoring 3+ goals. And I think the only game you've lost is the Minnesota Wild game on December 1st. Draisaitl up there along the boards. He's going to work back down low. Connor McDavid, who works off the boards, cutting to the front of the net. Oof! I thought that one was going to squeeze in short side. Just couldn't get it going, and now this one's going to go back into the Oilers' end. Here's an opportunity now for Sam Steele to get it going, and it looks like it will be an offside against the Minnesota Wild. All right. So we'll have a stoppage in play here in this third period. I will throw you guys an ad quickly here. And if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do is leave a like on the stream, and if you'd be so kind to hit that subscribe button. We're on pace for 10,000 subscribers this month. Just got to get there, and we are just a matter of moments away from it. I have a feeling at this point of the NHL season, I feel like we get to the World Juniors, it's just all going to come together beautifully for us here on Dolynny TV, that is for sure. 10,000 is a number I've chased down for a long while, since pretty much 2017 when I hit 5,000, so we're going to see what happens here. I've tried to kill the channel several times since 2017, so keep that in mind too. But we'll try and get things going here. Now up over 94-34, so we've gained another 9 again tonight. Thank you for that, my friends. Let's quickly get this going, shall we? Back to play we go. And the Oilers face off down. And see what happens. Oil Rise, Loader, welcome into the stream. 2:15 to go. As this one is going to go down the ice and into possession for Dylan Holloway, who will fire this one into the Oilers' end of the offensive side of the ice anyway. As James Hamlin chasing this puck, he can't get it going. Instead, he's going to get a turnover off of Ryan Reeves, fire the shot off the boards after it hits the blocker of Marc-Andre Fleury, that close to his first career NHL goal. And now Philip Broberg is going to fire this one around the boards. Buck 46 to go here in this third period. It bounces off the stick of Holloway and now to Jesse Puljujärvi. This one's going to be fired down the boards. Yeah. Marc-Andre Fleury with that just golf swing is really interesting there for sure. And now a chance there. It will be whistled down. Icing call. And, well, Darnell Nurse will watch the Oilers' second line skate across the ice as they can reload back to the face-off dot to the right of Marc-Andre Fleury here in this second period. Friends, we're at 30 likes too. If you haven't had a chance to hit that like button yet, it'd be nice to finish this live stream up over 50. So we need just 20 more people to hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have. So here we go. Face-off scrambled up by Nuge. Ryan Reeves' shift is at 58 seconds. This one's being worked back by the Wild into the Oilers zone. CC there to hunt it down, gets it going. Darnell Nurse has it knocked off his stick by an untired Ryan Reeves. This one going to be worked there. Beautiful headman pass to Yamamoto. Fires the shot. Save out to play at Janmark. And unfortunately a diving Marc-Andre Fleury back to turn that puck away. Here's a chance now with a minute to go in this period. Darnell Nurse fires the shot down low. The Oilers going to come back the other way. Kulak's out there on the change with them. This one's going to be worked down low deep. 50 seconds to go. Around the boards end. Janmark sees this one knocked down in the middle, and now Kulak battling here along the boards. 41 seconds to go. The Oilers ferociously looking to get out of their own end. They do. Yamamoto's going to dump it off the boards, go for a line change. And you know what that means. Connor McDavid and company will come over the boards and try to get this going here. As this one's going to be worked down and low. As this one is going to go down to Connor McDavid. He's going to get this one up the ice, and here we go with 17 seconds to go. The Oilers 3 men wide. McDavid across to Draisaitl off his skate. And, sucks to suck there for the Oilers. They had a chance, and now it looks like we have a penalty upcoming. And there will be a hooking call against Leon Draisaitl by the looks of it. Yep, Leon Draisaitl going for a hooking call. And Draisaitl's arguing for a hooking or a holding the stick penalty, but unfortunately in minor hockey that sometimes works, but not at the NHL level too often. Draisaitl will take the hooking call. And this one, oh yeah, that's definitely holding the stick there by Zuccarello. It's a lazy play by Draisaitl, but an even lazier play by Zuccarello to sucker him into it. And Jay Woodcroft can't believe it realistically. And I will see if Tyson Barrie takes a shift here, penalty killing, to your point, Gillies TV. It looks like Cody Ceci is out there. As this one's going to go. Shot fired, saved by Skinner, scrambled up in front, whistle blows. Play is dead here in the second period, my friends. I will take a break. I will be back down for the third period. I'm going to go grab a tea, and we will power through a long evening tonight, going to midnight. Just in terms of not going to bed. But folks, I'll be right back. In the meantime, you know what to do if you're new. And here we go. Let's get it going. We ready? Alright, here we go. And the longest recorded shift in NHL history since 07-08 for Jack Hughes, 6 minutes and 2 seconds. That is absolutely insane. Let's take the graphic down, folks. Sorry, a couple of life things happening upstairs that just had to be taken care of. But we are good to go. Julie's back in the chat, and we are ready to get things going here for tonight's third period. You might see a little bit of cookie dust on my face because I might have had an Oreo or two while I was dealing with said stuff. It is what it is. Here's the Jets getting absolutely beat down by the Chicago Blackhawks by the looks of it, as that's a rough night in Chicago for the Jets. Actually, they were no, they won 3-1. What the heck? I just tuned in and I only see one goal for the Jets and one goal for the Hawks, and they're the home team, so I assumed. You know what assuming does, my friends? Never do it. Never do it. Just never do it. Divided by 60. We are at 74.6 hours. It allows a goal on the opening shot for the 6th time this season. Remember when Mr. Mikko Koskinen led the NHL in that department? Now all of a sudden it is Jake Markstrom that leads the NHL in that. And the Flames just not having a good night tonight. They lose 3-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I guess as Oilers fans, we could be the Calgary Flames, who are just watching their starting goaltender completely fall apart after starting not too bad. Alexeyev takes a elbow up high. That was an absolutely disgusting play. And this one's going to be a chance here for Ovechkin to score an empty netter, and he does. Look at that one. You like to see that. And then he knocks the man over, too, that comes to hit him, Burakovsky, his old teammate. And it's 796 for Alex Ovechkin, who is now just so few goals away from beating Gordie Howe's all-time record and just sitting pretty in that 800s. And it's going to be a special night when Alex Ovechkin scores goal number 800. And obviously, too, they talked about how the NHL has been collecting everything of Alex Ovechkin's magical run here for the last long while. All right, Julie, thank you. This is an Oilers Heritage Classic toque that I got back in 2016, and it's just about time to replace it with the new Heritage Classic toque that we will have coming in October of 2023. All right. Anything else we can tell you about the live stream so far? I really don't think there's much else to add tonight as things continue to wrap up along the way. The Oilers trying to hold on to a 3-2 lead here after 2 periods of play and go into this third period trying to win a hockey game now. They will be on the penalty kill to begin the game. That is the one thing that kind of sucks there for the Oilers. As it all kind of skirts around, as things are looking good on the channel tonight. Hopefully things continue to look good the rest of the way home. And again there, for some reason, friends, I don't know if you've ever had a chance to check this video out on Dolynny TV. I'm going to give you the link to it in a matter of moments. But if you haven't had a chance to check out this video, this is one of the more ridiculous things I did on Dolynny TV back in the day. College music video project that I got a 77 on. It was passable, it was good enough. But if you haven't had a chance here yet, go for a rip, Dolynny TV style. If you want a piece of old Canadian history right there, we're going to pin that at the top of the chat for you. But yeah, there's O for a rip. That video for some reason has 4 views this hour. It's had like 20 views in the past 48 hours now, and suddenly it's on pace to have a better month than last month. I think all of November it had 57 views, and all of December now it has a total of 45 plus the, 8 a.m. So sorry, 1 a.m., 3, 6, 7, 9, 13 views. So there you go. It's had a better month than last month, and we're only 9 days into the month. So keep that in mind, friends. That's one of those funny, weird things that I did back in college that continues to stay relevant despite maybe my attempts to make it not so relevant anymore, and now all of a sudden it's doing its thing still here on the big stage on Dolynny TV. Yep. There we go. Anyway, Gillies TV, that one's not doing as well in terms of the numbers you and I run, though. And here we go. All right. You guys just chatting amongst yourselves tonight. That's the nice part about the Dolynny TV chat. Normally it takes care of itself. I gotta get one of those Oilers toques, my friends. Those are the Oilers toques I gotta get. That the girls' squad is rocking there. 1244 times 13. 6 divided by 60. Ooh, 77 hours on the stream. Don't mind me. We're rocking and rolling along tonight. It is just waiting for this third period to get up and underway. And Gene Principe will join us once again in the intermission here, ready to take us through this third period wait, I guess you could say. It's Jason Strudwick and Bob Stauffer once again join Gene Principe on the desk. And Kyler Yamamoto. Okay, we're not going to start this whole intermission with Connor this, Connor that. Kyler Yamamoto gets a little bit of love from the man, the myth, the legend, Gene Principe himself. Going out there talking about Kyler Yamamoto, who's been on the attack all night. Definitely had a good night, and then gets the tip home goal. That was a big time get for sure. And Kyler Yamamoto doing his thing. This shot saved there. And there's been a ton of effort from Yamamoto all night. That's the nice part about Yamamoto. He's a go-go engine out there for the Oilers, and that tip, just a perfect situation. All right, we got the question though: who's made the goals tonight so far for both squads? So let's go talk about it, as we'll see what ends up happening here. A 3-2 in progress game between the Wild and Oilers. Derek Ryan scores the first goal of the game, 4th goal of the season. Devon Shore's 3rd assist, Klim Kostin's 2nd assist. And then you've got Connor McDavid's 25th goal of the season from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Tyson Barrie on the power play, 2-0 Oilers, followed up by Joel Eriksson Ek, his 10th of the season, unassisted. Bad play by Darnell Nurse to turn it over. And then Matt Zuccarello on the power play, 7 minutes-ish into the period, where his 9th of the season from Kirill Kaprizov and Jared Spurgeon's 9th assist of the season, followed up by Kyler Yamamoto scoring his 1st of the year, Darnell Nurse's 12th assist, and Cody Cece's 4th to regain the Edmonton Oilers lead with just over 7 minutes to go in the third period. Bob Stauffer. And the one thing that you really miss is Bob Stauffer's eyes, man. Those are some gray blues that you don't often see out there in the Wild. So interesting eye color there from Bob Stauffer. That actually shocked me the first time this season. I really paid attention to that. But for Jesse Puljujärvi so far this season, shooting percentage of 2.5%. You know, the second that changes, things will change around for him a little bit too. And it was just been a tough go for Jesse Puljujärvi so far this year. Whoa, 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 Bob Stauffer dropping the hard A word. Wow. Bob Stauffer dropping the A word on the broadcast about Jesse Puljujärvi, what he has to do. Okay, I did not expect Bob to be that blunt and direct, but that's exactly where Bob goes with it, and we don't mind that at all. I think Patrick can have a little bit of fun with that one. All right. So, Patrick quick with the goals. Connor McDavid, Kyler Yamamoto, Derek Ryan, the goal scorers for the Oilers, and we hope there's about 3 more the rest of the way home in this third period. We are just about set for hockey here in this third period. I'm going to try and shift this chair around. Seems like I've just kind of snugged myself in. And let's see what we can do here. Get set for this third period of play. I don't think there's really much else. Let me see if I can just edit this. Let's see if we can just grease it. You know what? Let's just grease it. just see if we can't do that. We're going to pin this. There we go. Cool. We'll see what that does with a pinned message up there. Like that. Always mess around with the pin chat. Squish there talking about gotta match and exceed the hustle of the Wild. Well, the Oilers for stretches of this hockey game have absolutely done that, and by a mile they've done that. The start of the second period was a very good start for the Oilers. The Wild never even got across the red line at center there until like the 17:55 mark, and then secondary two, unless they were icing the puck, I guess the caveat to that, and then second two after they scored that goal. Yeah, they did that. So we'll see if that holds true in the third period. That's the problem, right? The wheels kind of fell off the bus for the Oilers late in that game against Minnesota last time out. So hopefully tonight they just keep putting the pedal to the metal and the Oilers go out there and get the job done. That'd be the hope anyway. And we'll see if that ends up sticking and holding true. All right. Either way, as we get set for this live stream to continue on for this Oilers broadcast, it'd be interesting tonight to see if the Oilers can just go out there and pile up the goals. You know what? I know we're talking about just going out there and beating the Wild, but I'd like to, again, tonight, just pile up the goals, get that goal differential up. Don't worry about it being a one-goal game because you've won it already, because it's 4-2, 5-2, three-goal span. Would be nice to see midway through this period, right? Go out there, pop a quick one either on the power play or 5-on-5. Pop a second one midway through the third period. Pop a third one. Away you go. Make it 6-2 and just laugh your way home. Flipper do that one I will leave for Patrick, because quite honestly, I'm sure he'd be able to research how to do it as opposed to me trying to look into how to do it and try to explain it to you right now. Yeah, anything on Twitter we're missing? I really don't think so. Harkins, Lowry, back of the net. Apparently that's the third goal for the Winnipeg Jets. Connor McDavid, big third period coming up there for him. And there is a guy that I'm trying to get going here in terms of working with. There we go. Patrick, I just saw that Twitter notification. Haven't really been checking Twitter tonight. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. And there we go. Hoping Puljujärvi gets on the board. I think the one thing I've done very well on Dolynny TV is cultivate a very good following of fans that just want Jesse Puljujärvi to succeed, right? Like, obviously you can be frustrated that he's not, you can dislike that he's not scoring goals, but at the end of the day, the only reason we dislike it is not because we dislike him. It's just because we want him to do well. And Leon Draisaitl in the box now to start this third period. The Oilers win the face-off and ice the puck immediately on the penalty kill to kill off the first 15 seconds of this power play. Now a chance here for the Oilers to get things going. This one's going to be worked by the Wild. Kaprizov goes on down, and he's going to get this one back to the blue line. D-to-D, the shot comes in. Now a chance here for the Wild on the half wall to get it back up. Zuccarello across to the far side. Coming back to the middle for Boldy. It's off his stick and away. I'm wondering why my leg is really bad on the stream. Well, that is because it's right here. 19:22 to go in this third period. Zuccarello's going to fire this one across D-to-D. Here we go. And this one's going to work. Back. Zuccarello. Down low. And this one will be flipped out after a turnover to the Oilers. A buck to go in the power play. All right, the Oilers have given up a power play on a goal to the Wild so far. But they've also scored one on the power play. So this isn't the situation we found ourselves in last time out against those Minnesota Wild. All right, this one. Goligoski across. Can't get it going. One's going to go down. 18:43 to go here in this third period. Wild coming in tight in on net. And what a sequence of saves by... What a sequence of saves by Stuart Skinner. Going left, going right, and absolutely denies him, thankfully, there. And now a chance here for the Wild to continue the attack off the side of the net by Kaprizov. 13 seconds to go. The Oilers have 29 shots in the game now, magically, and the shot shoveled to the front. Gaudreau denied by Skinner, and Skinner is absolutely dealing suddenly in this hockey game. My goodness, Stuart Skinner coming up with a couple of just absolutely key saves here in this period. Just misses it. Good. Left, right, left, and Skinner makes the saves both times out. The second one kind of only just hit the paddle, but still counts as a big time save for Skinner, who gets touches in front of the net. And Stu is on fire. Shot number 30 of the game was denied by Skinner. Now the Wild try to jam it short side on Skinner with 1 second to go on the power play. And Skinner stands tall with a couple of whacks there. And yes, sir. Good to go. We're going to see what the Oilers can do here in this third period. 18:04 to go as the Wild will hop the boards and get back to 5-on-5 lines. And here comes the second line for the Oilers, who's been dynamite all night. That Oilers line getting it going. Stu, number 1, Cody Ceci, getting it going here. This one up off the boards and out in the middle. This one's going to work back down to Jacob Middleton. 17:54 to go here in this third period. This one's going to be flipped ahead. And down the ice it goes to Stuart Skinner. Skinner will fire it around the boards. Try to play it off. This one comes near side to Yamamoto. This will come back into possession of the Wild after Yamamoto just guided it down the ice. Chance now for the Wild to work this one ahead. And this will be an icing call against the Minnesota Wild. You like to see it. That's clutch. That's clutch. All right. 13:34 to go here in this third period. Or 13:34 to go in this third period. Sorry, 1,334 views on the stream. My apologies. Let's see what we can't do here. Gaudreau going to take the draw. And he's going to draw back. And here's what Jack Michaels is saying that the Minnesota Wild is not going to go away lightly. 17:17 to go in this third period. This puck played off the boards up into the Minnesota Wild bench. We've had about 4 boards in their board bounces into the bench. Sorry, guys. Absolutely struggling here. Told you. This one. Connor McDavid getting it going. 1-0 when leading after 2 periods of play are the Oilers. An opportunity here. Last victory against the Wild was 2019. Are you kidding me for the Oilers? This one's going to be fired in. Derek Ryan gets it going down low. The Oilers trying to battle this puck. Now Evan Bouchard down low to, ooh, what a chance there for Devon Shore. Just couldn't get the touch he wanted to get on it. Unfortunately, in this Oilers fourth line has been buzzing all night, and they have just drawn a power play against Matt Dumba. You like to see it. A big-time penalty killer for the Minnesota Wild goes off on a penalty. Costin uses the size, gets hauled down on the hook. And, yeah, the Oilers have definitely so far won that Costin trade, but Samorukov long-term could be dangerous. All right, here's the Oilers power play. A huge power play, as said by Patrick. $1:58 to go in this power play as it's fired down the ice. The Oilers have Nuge, Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, Barry on the power play. Now you got to get it going. This one, Connor McDavid back across the blue line. He's going to get it over to Nugent Hopkins. Now Barry's going to go down to Nuge again, and now down to Zach Hyman. Hyman able to run interference back in front across to Draisaitl. Whoop, 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 whoop. Backdoor. She's a goal, baby. You know it every time. Leon Draisaitl from there, he just does not miss. It is 4-2. 4-2 for the Oilers as Leon Draisaitl puts it home. 16-17 to go in this third period. And look at this play right here. This is a beauty there from the Oilers. Just great pressure, good chop by Nuge. Hyman down to McDavid. Nuge across and guides it perfectly onto the tape of Draisaitl. And Nuge has got himself a 2-point night. You like to see it. You like to see it. What a goal. I think a couple of people had driven Draisaitl to score the next goal, and he scores his 19th of the season. So in a game where Connor McDavid scores his 25th, Draisaitl now has a legit chance to score his 20th, and Connor McDavid has just scored his 29th assist of the season. Nugent Hopkins puts up another assist, I think his 19th of the year now, if I'm not mistaken. And we've got ourselves a goal on the board. Like I said, let's go pop it up. Leon Draisaitl's 19th of the season. And now Brett Kulak out here with it. He's going to fire this one down, and the Oilers got Draisaitl and McDavid on the ice, but it goes into the benches again. I think it went into Minnesota's bench again, and here's Draisaitl leaning on the bench. He's going to come off, and this was a great play there by Hyman to disrupt. And then McDavid to get in above, and then Nuge over to Draisaitl. Flurry over commits, sells it, and that is back of the net for the Edmonton Oilers. You like to see it. 1 goal, 1 assist, December 1st versus the Wild. 20 minutes and 5 seconds of time on ice for Leon Draisaitl. And now the Oilers trying to get this one done and dealt with here. 4-2, 33 shots to 31 shots for the Minnesota Wild so far in this hockey game. They'd love to try and finish it off. And Licorice back in the stream claiming to be the lucky charm. We'll see how it all pans out. But yes, Klim Kostin absolutely draws the penalty that gets the Oilers the goal. And now Yamamoto back, not Tyson Barrie, that is Cody Ceci firing it up over top of the net, and the Wild will come up with it with exactly 15 minutes to go here in this third period. And if you guys see me fidgeting a bunch, I am just very, very tired. It's been a long day, and I'm very excited to get to bed tonight, that is for sure. Got a nice holiday brunch planned for tomorrow, so that's exciting. And James Hamlin back on the ice out there for the Oilers with Dylan Holloway and yes, Puljujarvi, this third line getting to work. As this one's going to go off of Hamlin. Hamlin will go chasing after it. Puljujarvi's going to go battling in down low. Puljujarvi over to Holloway. And now Puljujarvi battling against a much smaller D-man. This one's going to be worked ahead. Boldy's going to get it to the middle of the ice. And this one's going to go back into the middle. Chance here for the Wild to get things going. Boldy across the ice. This one's going to go back up the boards, and a chance here now for the Oilers to get this going. And this one down in front of the net. Nice pickup by Cody Ceci, and away goes Klim Kostin. Kostin across the blue line. He's going to push it forward. What a miss there from Derek Ryan. I thought he had a chance there to tuck that one in backdoor, but obviously the chat hadn't gone crazy yet. This one shot down by Ceci. Now the Oilers keep it up, and here's Klim Kostin and Derek Ryan and Devon Shore going to work. This line has been on it all game. Here's an opportunity across to Darnell Nurse. Chat's out of control. 13:24 to go here in this third period. Hawkeye, to answer your question, I think Julie answered that there. And now Darnell Nurse will go up the boards. And down it goes. 13:11 to go here in this third period for the Minnesota Wild, who are now down 4-2. Icing call. And we got ourselves a touch up and a whistle on that one. Devon Shore plotting on the shoulder of Klim Kostin. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Keep doing that good job, bud. That's huge. And I think Klim Kostin's absolutely loving this little bit of run he's had with the Oilers here over the past 3-4 games, that's for sure. 13:04 to go in this third period. 33-31 the shots for the Minnesota Wild. And that line is absolutely getting this going. And yes, a Kostin goal would be the icing on the cake in this contest. I think no doubt about it. This one worked there. The Oilers kind of lined up a shot off the face-off there where Leon Draisaitl was going to trigger it. And this one's going to work here. Kaprizov goes middle. Batted there by the Wild up over top of the net. Steele behind the net comes up with it. Kaprizov's looking for an opportunity. Fires it right onto Skinner, who doesn't freeze the puck. Because, hey, why would you when you have Connor and Leon on the ice with Zach Hyman? You can just rush up the ice and score your goal real quick like. And that's Tyson Barrie getting burnt defensively now. 2-on-1 back the other way, but Draisaitl's got the opportunity to make it less than that, and he does as Kaprizov sails the backhander up over top of the net. But this, trying to do something here. As this one's going to go back the other way. Connor McDavid to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl gloves it down to himself. Now 12:09 to go. What did I do here? I don't know why the stream prompted itself up, but how about this? Connor McDavid gets it up in front to Evan Bouchard, but Bouchard can't fire it through the goalies. Alright, Hawkeye, sounds like a plan. And pardon me if the play-by-play is not as great as it has been at times tonight. I'm getting a little tired, my friends. It's 9:30 on a Friday night, and at my mid-20s, I'm powering down for some reason. It's a rough go. Don't mind me, though. I'm just going to throw you guys an ad quick, throw you this. If you haven't had a chance yet, I'd be grateful to have you guys hit that subscribe button here on the channel. I know if you're new, but I feel like a ton of you are returning viewers, because that's kind of how the theme has been tonight, is a ton of regular faces in the lineup in the chat so far. All right, as we get that ad up and out of the way, we're just going to quickly do some math here on how the watch time is looking, because I think we are absolutely crushing it tonight. 3.95 divided by 60. We are 7.5 hours away from 100. We can get it done. Gillies TV. Like I said, if you see the blue wrench in the chat, that means I have some kind of more personal connection to that person. Obviously, Patrick and I, great partners in this whole Oilers adventure. It's definitely been great to have him aboard this season and actually come back and have somebody that's established themselves in the space to pretty much the same, if not a larger degree than I have over the past years, and really take the lead and be a great friend to have along for a crazy journey. Keep up with all you folks too. And then Gillies TV being a buddy from time eternal at this point, going all the way back to, if you go search up CLHS Royals on YouTube and look through enough of the stuff dated at least 8-9 years ago, you may find a young Gillies TV and a young Dolynny TV combining for a sports show that does not seem to exist on YouTube, if I'm being honest with you. We haven't been able to find it in years. Might have deleted it due to a copyright claim, unfortunately. Did a lot of that. Thought that was going to affect CLHS Royals real bad, and it never ended up doing it. Shout out Cold Lake High School, by the way. Graduating class 2014. Alright. Dewar. Ready to go? And this one's going to go down the ice. 11:50 to go in this third period. Stuart Skinner rims it around the boards, and we have got ourselves just over half a game to play. We got the wave going too. There's. All right. Just let it take itself. And there's they're really fascinating in on Marc-Andre Fleury and how particular he is. He is a very strange goalie. If you actually ever watch Marc-Andre Fleury play a full game that isn't against the Oilers, you'll see a lot of strange things that, okay, I was just too busy watching the Oilers. But here's a chance here. Oh my goodness, scramble in front. The Oilers don't come up with that puck cleanly, but they fire it down the ice to clear the zone in a dangerous looking opportunity. 11:25 to go here in this third period. Stuart Skinner will fire it up around off the boards, and stream just went black. Oh, it's 9:30, that's why. Stream was supposed to be over, but of course that first period we had a long time going there. And we have the replay of the same thing that just happened, sure. And now the Oilers trying to claim this puck out of the zone, and they do knock down there by Matthias Janmark. Who Matthias Janmark, since Kyler Yamamoto's come back into the lineup, Janmark's had himself a pretty good stretch of games here, and just really fitting well on that grinded out second line that gets it going. And they're getting the wave going on TV too. And this period definitely does seem to be dragging on. I thought we'd be up and done this hockey game by about the stretch, but I think we'll be up and done the period here by 9:55, I'd assume, is when we'll see the end of the period. As things going here, and this one down the boards to Stuart Skinner. And sorry, it is so hard to focus on the game when the wave's going. So hard to focus. But they're having fun at Rogers Place, and that's all that matters. Here's Broberg battling. He loses his stick. The offensive zone time for the Wild has been wild tonight. 12:22 over the Oilers' 10 minutes, but the Oilers have done damage in that 10 minutes, scoring 10 goals. And here's the hit of the game, according to James H. Brown and Associates Injury Lawyers. And this is going to be Leon Draisaitl on Jacob Middleton as he just powers him down into the boards. Look at that big old just knock you over, big hit from Leon Draisaitl. Big man on big man, take you down kind of hit. And you like to see that from Leon Draisaitl. The hits 21-21. They haven't really been of substance so far tonight, so that one not as special as it could have been, but they still pick it as the hit of the game. And now, here's a hard-earned victory if the Oilers can do it this evening. 36-32 the shots for the Wild. Both teams putting in shots, and you got to remember, Stuart Skinner's made 34 saves this game. He gives up the next goal, and he's got an above .905 save percentage still at this point of the hockey game, which is not bad at all. The Oilers, though, looking to try and make it 5-2 on an empty netter and take home a big old victory. Zach Hyman skating down the ice. He's going to go around the net, cut in front instead of going behind, thankfully, and that allows him to get back into position as Leon Draisaitl does a flyby. But here's a chance now for the Wild. Dropped off, and there's a penalty upcoming to the Oilers. And it looks like we will have another call and an opportunity for the Wild on a hook to get back into this game. And it's Brett Kulak on the backtrack. So, unfortunately, Jay Woodcroft can't believe it. He's pretty upset by that. And look at this one here as he is going to, draw the hook right there. Actually, is it Kulak or Hyman? Both of them guilty of the hooking call there. But friends, good evening. Welcome to Dolynny TV as we have now hit the highest amount of viewers live at once that we have all night so far. 57 is the highest we've been. And we just tapped that a second ago. But if you're new to the channel, I'd be so kind of you to ask to hit that like button if we could. That'd be fantastic. And secondary too, if you'd be interested in subscribing for the post game and sticking around, we'll see what happens. I'm going to mess around and not live stream the post game like I have the past couple. We're just going to do it as a pure upload and see what that changes for us here on the channel this evening. As the post games don't seem to be doing quite as well, but maybe that's credit to Patrick doing such a bang up job with his. I don't know. We'll see. There's a little competition in the market, and hey, I don't mind when a guy's outdoing me when I have as good of a relationship as Patrick and I do, talking Oilers every single day nowadays. Alright, let's see what we can get going. We're on commercial break, by the way. That's why I'm just being a little bit goofy, trying to keep myself up here. And secondary too, my friends, if you're tuning in the live stream, what you haven't seen is the new haircut. We'll do that. The toque's getting a little hot, but the old new haircut is quite fresh. You guys know me quite well for my little comb over hair there that I've had for years on end. But problem is now I cut the hair off in my mid-20s, and I look like a mid-20 Albertan now. It's rough. I feel like some mornings and some nights I look a little bit older in the lines in my eyes. I think I do. But it is an absolute party at Rogers Place right now. As teams trying to get the job done, though, there's a penalty upcoming. Third period here to Brett Kulak. And the puck is down, and that penalty now being officially served. The buzz cut, she was good. There's actual reasons for the buzz cut, but I think the nice part is just to change things up a little bit. Here's a shot. Kaprizov gets pushed off the puck as he was lining up the one-timer. The Oilers now. Chance here for Kaprizov to get it going back behind the net. And he's looking, but there's not much happening here. This Oilers defense clamping it down against the Wild. The puck comes all the way to the far side point. Now a chance here coming near side. Zuccarello couldn't get it done. He fires a puck off the post. Ceci immediately turns it over to Zuccarello, but Boldy can't hold it in at the line. And it's a good clear by the Oilers just to get it out of the zone. $1:13 to go in the power play. Derek Ryan gets it, fires it down the ice, and it will take the Wild at least another 5 seconds to cross the blue line. And away we go here. Goligoski gets it going, and he will fire it down the ice. And here's a chip in on net, and Stuart Skinner taps that away with the stick. You like to see that. Good active stick by Stuart Skinner. And this one's going to go here for the Wild off the wall. Back down low. I'll answer some questions in the chat here in a moment, but this one's going to be cleared by the Oilers with 43 seconds to go on the Wild power play. 8:11 to go in the third period. Come on, giddy up. Let's go. Oilers, they've got me hooked right now. Let's get this job done here. Why don't we? Let's get this game up and done with. As here's a chance now. Shot fired, saved by Skinner. Shot again, saved by Skinner, and he's going to hold on to it. And then Darnell Nurse shoves Sam Steele out of the way. And uh-oh. Here we go. Talk about Tylers. There's a Tyler sending me a message. But my name is Julie Tyson. I am a Tyson. And, love it. Love it. All right. 25 seconds to go here in the power play to the Minnesota Wild. Let's see what can get going here as Broberg and, of course, Bouchard did spend some time on that penalty kill, apparently, according to you guys. I'm too busy paying attention to the guys trying to get it off the ice. Here's a chance now for Ceci to clear. He bounces it off of Skinner. 7:40 to go here. This one's going to go back around. This one's going to go down to Kaprizov. 7:30 to go, and James Hamlin just cleared that puck. And the Wild re-enters the zone. Shot fired, save, block. And there you go. Look at this. The Oilers killing the penalty successfully by the looks of it. Connor McDavid trying to get it going. There's 5 Oilers on the ice. Count them, count them, count them. And, yeah, here we go. The Oilers trying to push this one down. Hamlin and McDavid will go off. 7 minutes to go, so you're just about 5 minutes away. Bend, don't break, don't give up goal. And Fleury will be out of the net. You've cracked him for 4 tonight, 3 in the previous game. And now you just need to get the job done here and clutch up a victory against the Minnesota Wild. Something you haven't done since 2019, I believe it is. Crazy. As here's a chance for Brodin. He goes D to D. Shot saved by Skinner. And that is shot number 40 of the game and save number 38. Skinner is absolutely going to light up that save percentage yet again. Here comes Leon Draisaitl. Cross to Zach Hyman. Shot saved by Hyman on the shot by Hyman, sorry. There's Derek Ryan denied, and then a nifty play by Draisaitl to try to get it in front. He can't. The Wild track back the other way. Tyson Barrie off the boards and out. Here's Zach Hyman back in on the attack. He's going to turn button hook. Coming plowing in is Leon Draisaitl. Just absolutely bowled over Zach Hyman for some odd reason. And back the other way, the Minnesota Wild in on the attack. Greenway pushes it to the front of the net. He gets denied. 5:56 to go here in this third period. Shot denied there by Skinner. Shot number 41 of the game for the Minnesota Wild. The Oilers just trying to keep afloat here as Nugent Hopkins will come back the other way. A chance now. He'll fire the shot. Saved by Fleury. Bounces in front. Knocked down by the Wild. Cody Ceci is going to get this one here. And, try and get it going. This one's going to work into the neutral. 5:28 to go. The Wild will get this going. Greenway back the other way. Here's an opportunity for Sam Steele in front. Denied there. And this one's going to be a tripping call. And yes, sir, the Oilers are going to go to the power play again. And somebody is down in a heap hurting. I don't know who that is. It's Kyler Yamamoto. I had a feeling it was him just based on how tiny that body was. But Yamamoto down in a heap, injured maybe potentially after sliding into the boards, and he draws the power play, and it looks like he might have a wrist issue or something on the left wrist. And Sam Steele will go off. TD4's out to come check on Yamamoto. Yamamoto says, hey, I'm good. Sam Steele goes to the box. Friends, I'm going to send you an ad quickly here, and then we're going to watch an Edmonton Oilers power play go to work here. And, of course, they made short work of it last time. Friends, if you haven't had a chance so far to hit that subscribe button on Dolynny TV, now would be a good time to do it here on the channel, let me tell you. All right, ads in, subscription ads in. We're good to go, and we're going to just quickly check where we're sitting at for subscribers here on the channel. We've gained plus 11 so far today, so keeping that nice little pace we got going. And it would be real nice if I could refresh and see that we're at 94.37. Hey, anything's anything. And 94.37 is something, that is for sure. We like it. All right. What do we got going? The live stream now officially over 1,500 views on the night. Oh, for a rip, up 7 views now this hour. Don't mind that. And I'm actually going to take that down pinned, because that's just ridiculous. Remove. And let's go quickly. Take this going. Pinned chat is removed. And let's see, I guess we could unpin. Sorry, that's what I was supposed to do. And quickly, let's go here and find if we can find another video to get you guys going with a little bit of content there for sure. Yeah, you know what? We'll get this video promoted because it needs a little bit of love, a little bit of World Juniors. Watch. Get that going there if you haven't had a chance. If you haven't had a chance to check out the World Juniors coverage on Dolynny TV. That's something you could do here at the end of the live stream. It's going to be pinned at the top of the chat, so I'll make reference to that if I don't forget to. And Coolin, of course, Stuart Skinner has been fantastic. Yes, he has. And then secondary to that, Ken, I think Alexander answered your question there on the penalties. That would have been a screen I would have had to flip to that I wasn't sure how to get there, considering it was in the middle of 2 tabs that I keep open. All right, here's Connor McDavid on the power play after the face-off win. $1.52 to go in the power play. Here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins spinning back to Tyson Barrie. The Oilers power play 2 for 2. McDavid down to Draisaitl. Draisaitl's going to work here. The Oilers know that the biggest thing here is to not give up a shorty. Kill the clock. Either score a goal or don't give up a shorty. That's all that matters. And here's Connor McDavid near side. And here's now one-on-one back the other way against Tyson Barrie. Nuge doing his best to disrupt here and not take a penalty. He does it. He does it perfect. The Oilers power play 6 for 14 their last 4 games, a 42.9% clip. Here's Connor McDavid across the blue line. Zach Hyman is offside. All right. We're rocking and rolling in this third period. 4:30 to go. And my friends, this has been some ridiculous watch time on this live stream. Let me tell you, 4 minutes, 11 seconds on this watch live stream as average view duration. That's some nuts numbers on Dolynny TV. Let me tell you, if 2:30, if during the World Juniors we're even above a minute, I'll be happy. $1.10 to go in the power play and 4:23 to go in the third period as the Oilers reload. This one's going to be carried ahead now by Connor McDavid on the dump off by Darnell Nurse, who gets a few moments on the power play here. Just simply give him a little bit more time as Connor McDavid looking to deal. He dances around one defender. Now McDavid's still dancing. He goes down low to Leon Draisaitl. Now across to Evan Bouchard. Back to Darnell Nurse. Bouchard's going to step in, walk it down to Draisaitl, who fires the shot. Nice shot from Bouchard. 34 seconds to go in the power play. And again, this is, like I said, the biggest key here for the Oilers. Kill the clock and don't give up a shorty. That's what they've done so far with 20 seconds to go in the second unit, stepping over the boards. And how much nicer is it to see Kailer Yamamoto on that second unit for the Edmonton Oilers? Oh my goodness, that's huge. As here's an opportunity for Yamamoto, and I believe Nugent-Hopkins is still on the ice. They're going to send the second line actually over there with 20 seconds to go in the power play shift. Never mind, I was mistaken. It's the second line, and now there's Sam Steele coming over the boards. Nice fake play by Stuart Skinner. What a play there. But it doesn't get the Oilers out of the zone. 3 minutes to go in this game now. Matthias Janmark Gonna get this puck out to the middle of the ice. Here comes James. Oh, sorry, it's McDavid out there, and it will be shot fired by Kyler Yamamoto, and a whistle there. 2:55 to go in this third period. All right, Connor McDavid and the boys coming down the stretch now. Jack Michaels will be calling it as soon as the goalie leaves, but some clean, beautiful moves by Connor McDavid here on that power play. Just the Oilers never really had that shooting mentality to try and get the dangerous chances, but that's simply because you could not afford a turnover coming back the other way and crushing your hopes of getting this game won by giving up a shorty and then allowing the Wild to really get back into it. So here we go. The Oilers back getting it going. Here's Connor McDavid off the face-off win, looking to put the, well, nail in the coffin, to be quite honest with you, as this one's going to go down to Zach Hyman, short side of the net, and it comes underneath the net. The Oilers scored! If you can score from behind the net. And unfortunately you can't, so is what it is. And Squish, they're talking about Yamamoto hopefully not going back to day-to-day. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. That would be ideal if Yamamoto didn't have to go back day-to-day after running his head into the boards to draw that tripping call. Connor McDavid tries to win the face-off to himself again. Doesn't do it. 2:40 to go here in this third period. The Minnesota Wild chance to set up zone time, but a nice pickpocket by Zach Hyman, who carries through the zone. Marc-Andre Fleury was leaving the net. So now you know Fleury is out as soon as he goes, and here he's gone. So Connor McDavid a chance to score goal number 26, or Leon Draisaitl a chance to score goal number 20. Here's a chance. Shot fired. Save by Stuart Skinner, and I wonder now if the Minnesota Wild will draw their timeout. It'll be interesting to see. Friends, welcome aboard. It is a 4-2 game for the Edmonton Oilers. Here in this third period, the Minnesota Wild have the net empty as they have just pulled Marc-Andre Fleury. There will be a face-off to the glove hand side of Stuart Skinner, and it does not appear that the Wild are calling their timeout. So 41-37 the shots. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. If you'd be so kind, leave a like on the stream if you enjoy the rest of this stream, and consider over the next rest of this game hitting that subscribe button. On goal for 10,000. All right, face-off down. Kaprizov off the face-off win. Scramble in front of the net. Saved by Stuart Skinner at the side of the net. Still saving that puck, keeping it out with the stick paddle down. Couple of Oilers fall down. The end net is empty. 2 minutes to go, and down the stretch we go. As here's going to be a nice chip off the boards, but it goes into the bench again. And I swear that's like the 5th or 6th time tonight that the puck has gone into the bench just off an innocent-looking play. And the Oilers will have to regroup at the dot in their own zone, I believe. $1:55 to go. And here we go. Let's see this one. Nugent Hopkins, and this play just develops here for the Oilers. And Janmark just accidentally chips it off a stick into the bench. Here we go. Chance now for the Wild off the face-off win. They clutch up and get that done. And now Kaprizov looking to win this one here. Shot saved by Skinner, and he's going to pile up 50 shots against if he's not careful tonight. This one shot back in front by Kaprizov, who is just so deceptive with the puck. $1:36 to go in this third period. Kaprizov with the puck at the far side point, switching off with Brodin. Now a chance down low. Here's an opportunity down to the man in front, Matthew Boldy with the shot and the save by Skinner. And you got to believe he got 3 or 4 more saves in on that sequence. And yeah, that's crazy. All right, we're crushing it here. We're crushing it. $1:23 to go in this game. The Oilers about to finish this one off here. Look at this scramble in front, and actually I don't think there was ever really a shot. I think Connor McDavid might have guided that one in, or Cody Ceci to Stuart Skinner for the whistle. $1:23 to go. The Oilers need an empty net goal. Let's go. Oilers need an empty net goal. Let's go. And it looks like the Minnesota Wild are going to take a timeout. And the Minnesota Wild will continue to push here in this third period. And see here just quickly as we go to cap off this third period. The Oilers trying to survive the late surge of the Minnesota Wild. And here's Jay Woodcroft talking to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and I'd love to see Yes Puljujärvi hop over the boards late in this shift to take an empty netter for the Oilers. That would be a clutch up for the Oilers to get him on the ice. I doubt Jay Woodcroft does it, but we'll see what happens here. And yeah, Flipperdo, Ovechkin in the empty net goals, and Oma there with the Skinner having control of his crease. Hopefully he can get it done here on this shift too. Derek Ryan loses another face-off. Now a shot upcoming from the Wild potentially, as this one's going to work back. Looks like a man goes down. The Oilers are going to be able to get this puck out. Cody Ceci's going to skate it. He's going to fire towards the net. Actually goes into the corner instead. Buck 08 to go here in this third period. The Oilers ready to come down, finish this one off. Here's an opportunity for Kaprizov. He'll get it cut off by Derek Ryan. Goes ahead to Matthias Janmark. Janmark's out there with Nugent-Hopkins and Ryan. 52 seconds to go. The Wild playing in front of their empty net. They get out of the zone. This one's going to be cut off there by Nuge and Ryan for the brief second. Zuccarello comes across. Derek Ryan's shelters are down the ice. And that will be an icing call with 38.6 seconds to go. Roger, it's all good if you're late. We are just about to cap this one off here tonight, as the Minnesota Wild have 44 shots on net and look to have a guaranteed loss here, as the Oilers and Wild about to finish this one out with 38.6 seconds to go. Nurse and Ceci on the ice to close it out of the D pair now for the Oilers. Kaprizov fires the shot, blocked by Ryan, and that stung him, but he's going to hold on and try to keep this one going. Janmark's going to get up the boards and see this one get out of the zone on a nice come to battle there for the Oilers. And now Darnell Nurse is going to flip this one in the middle. It goes into the equipment of Brodin. The Oilers able to come back the other way, and here comes Nugent-Hopkins. Shot, scores, baby! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, I told you he was going to score one tonight. I thought it was going to be the next one, but it's not. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 5th goal of the game for the Oilers, and the Nuge scores the big old goal to put this one on ice. 79 viewers going to enjoy the fact that we are going to clutch up and finish this game off, and all because of that great block by Derek Ryan to get down low and stop that puck from going in the net. And then Draisaitl over to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and he did not have to do the man dirty like that, but he pots it top Ched far side corner, and Draisaitl gets his 27th assist, Hyman his 19th. So keep that assist streak alive for Hyman, and baby, it is a game over for the Edmonton Oilers, a 5-2 victory, and we cap off with 81 people. And Patrick, when you know, you know. Like you said, the Oilers were due for a big win over the Wild, and this one feels great. A great way to start the weekend. What's going to be a fun, exciting weekend for me. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Thank you to everybody for interacting in the chat. And we will catch you in the post game, coming to you live in a few moments' time. But before that, as you head on out, it would be great of you to hit that subscribe button.